Here we go. Oh, loud noises. Here we go. That should be good. Let me... I don't know why this song needs to be playing in 4K resolution. It's a song. I'm just gonna listen to it. Oh. Let me unmute them.
The only fight I want to be simped on is the
Did nobody want that? Guess nobody wanted it. Let me see if I got a dagger in my vault. What's up, Innovators? How you doing, my guy? Really the only way to listen, lol? How you doing, my guy?
Like having 52% credit.
Blasting it. Let me know how the audio is, by the way. You're the first one in the chat. I can't really hear how the stream picks up, but it should be more or less same settings as last week. Can I get another dagger?
Right, my powers are actually
potentially.
What's going
Another
on?
dagger, boys? What's up, King? I do, my guy. We got the Dodge's treads. All right, we're just gonna spend it on attendance token of merit. Use that for something good. Audio's good. Awesome, awesome. How you doing, by the way, King? How you doing? I've been seeing you playing Ark Survival, huh? Is that what you're into right now? Yo, me and my guild have been playing a survival game as well. Except we're not playing Ark. We've been playing Conan Exiles. Yeah, we're kind of losers, but Conan has been pretty fun actually. I've been running just running wild on a server, building up massive castles, raiding other people, blowing people up, blowing up bases. It's been really fun. Yesterday we had some dudes messing around outside of that base, and I picked up a got on a horse, grabbed the spear. They down, stop playing a while, got back to the Ark, so I'm gonna keep something to you. Yo, hey, I like an Ark. Isn't it Ark 2 coming out sometime soon? How do you like Ark? Because the guild in mind said the rest of us should end up playing Ark. Have a Conan server? Yo, Conan has been fun. It's not a game that I play on a regular, but whenever, like, while we're waiting for a patch to come out with the guildies, we usually get back into Conan after a bit. Chance Druid. Yo, Rob, I would play Druid for the raid if I had, like, all my ults outfitted with Shards of Domination. Next year, however, I'm down to do more raiding as, like, alts. Because I'll have my tier sets and everything for all characters. So when we're doing some of the bosses that are in re-clear, we'll definitely be switching around different classes for the sake of variety. Definitely. How you doing, by the way? Yeah, so we've been playing a little bit of Conan. Some of our guildies have been playing Lost Ark. Some have been playing like other games, indie titles, games to finish up. One guy's been playing through Skyrim all over again. So we've been kind of just, you know, waiting for 9.2. Doing well, been busy as of late. I think being busy is probably better than being bored, right? But hopefully not too busy. Hopefully you get some time to yourself, Rob. Are you excited and prepped for 9.2? Because I'm pretty excited myself.
Probably don't want anything.
I played Ark for about 6 years. Starting on a PlayStation 4, started with WoW, but switched between games and I got bored of the game. Fair enough. Yeah. Are you excited for Ark 2? When is that coming out? The second Ark 2.
No, we're gonna do Fate's Grind.
Okay, I'd come in for Fate's Grind.
We'll do 4
I'm gonna toss some bottles over on the bed.
Desire to do 6, but if we do 6, it'll just be...
Conan, how's a private server if you want to get a play? Yeah, you know what? Next time me and my guildies are trying to figure out which server to play on, maybe I'll offer and be like, yo, I know a guy that runs a server. We could play on there. Is it populated? Is it a PvP server? Because we like PvP. Because I know some people play like Ark for like the PvE side of things, like they'll end up playing for like the crafting and the building and the creative side of stuff. But we like PvP, so yeah, let me know.
Anybody in...
Heck yeah, stoked for it. Busy coming, a wedding, wives and this trip planning. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's actually very exciting. Yeah. Well, that's kind of like the good kind of busy, Rob. Yeah, big part of your life, another chapter of your life. You're working on that. That's awesome. Happy for ya. PvE? Okay. Yeah, we're huge fans of PvP. We always want to have somebody that we can raid. Somebody that we can mess with.
No.
Oh, I gotta go pick up my powers. I'm sitting here doing nothing. I should have been more proactive. So let's grab some powers. Chat, what spec do we start off with for Chargrew? Are we playing sub, assassin, or outlaw? What are we playing? Give me ideas. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna do too crazy on powers. I'm just gonna pick up whatever I have and just roll with it. Not sure on Arc 2. It keeps getting pushed back. It's probably good that it keeps getting pushed back then. That means they're working on it.
So I have to be in melee for this sword?
Hopefully. It's a lot better than having it, like, you know, not pushed back and then come out unfinished. I feel like too many games come out that way. 10 of Towers? Okay, we're cheesing it. We're cheesing it. 10 of Towers? We just gotta make sure we don't die. That's all. Just cannot die. Oh, those are good.
Getting a summoner, he's actually
If we don't have a preference, chat, if you don't mind, I'll play the first one as Outlaw. Oh my god, I can't wait for tier sets. No, dude. See Outlaw Broski? I will Oliver. I think I will then. Because I got decent powers here. Soul Clap isn't bad. It's like good for group stuff. But not the best for like my damn. And it goes, I hate if you die. Yo, you just don't die, right? Just don't die. That's all that matters.
Change the trigger to
I can do that.
Help again.
Okay. Yeah.
Stamina? Dude, I still have my raid enchants from, what is it? Like my armor kit from the last raid. Damn. I can't wait to actually play my alts on 9.2, man. I'm so excited. I've been playing a ton of PTR, but I cannot wait. I just restarted to play Arc after 3 years on AFK. Yo, how you liking it? Like, the whole dino thing seems cool. I know that game has quite a bit of depth to it. You know, I actually don't mind a lot of these survival games. I noticed that I've been playing a lot of survival games in my, in my free time. Whenever we're not, like, raiding with a guild or whatever, like, the prog is over. We always end up defaulting towards, like, a survival game to play. And then Blizzard announced that their next game, their new IP is going to be a survival game. And I thought to myself, bro, that'd be perfect. We can, like, in the future, we'll be raiding in WoW, whatever 10-0 is. And then whenever, like, the raid is over with, the raid prog is over, we'll just go play the Blizzard survival game or whatever.
Looks like Staff, you've got the soak. Pasta, you've got the soak. Strip.
I'm gonna choose not to time gate the next Lego in that grind gate. Yeah, it's only behind, like right now it's only locked behind story chapters, which I think is fair. Maybe I still hope they reconsider King Rob. Rob, I hope they still reconsider maybe pushing out when you get the double Lego, so you get it a little bit earlier, maybe like by a chapter or two, because the earlier we get it, the better. Like once we got a tier sets, once we got a double Legos, we really get to feel what the class is really gonna be like. And the earlier the better, in my opinion. Yeah.
I'm just gonna reset real quickly.
The earlier the better. Although again, the change they made, the difference is massive compared to what we had. Compared to what we have now, this is a much better change. But if they were to get it back in our hands a little quicker, I wouldn't say no. It's so much easier after they added meownings. I had Giga Egg and got twins in the meownings. It's easy sauce. I have no idea what meownings are, but that sounds like fun. I have no idea. That's some game mechanics that I just don't know about. Nothing about, but as long as you enjoyed it, my man. I'm gonna stop main on anyone that's loyal to Outlaw as you are. Dude, I love you some Outlaw. Grapple hook? Who doesn't want to grapple around? Seriously? Who doesn't want to grapple around?
Alright, good to go. Let's last.
He's gonna roar. There he goes. I didn't get the greatest powers ever, but I got some decent stuff, so hopefully that'll be enough for us to be able to get some decent damage on the boss. I think last week is when I had the craziest powers ever for Charagru. I'm gonna make sure I don't die. Oh god. Nice. Oh, come on. Maz the spell, but it still got feared. barely walked into that one. Oh, please don't let me die. Please don't let me die, because the rest of us are gonna die. Somebody's lagging? XDH looks like he's lagging really hard. Is it me, or does it look like he was just kind of running in place for a second there? Here's me. Hey, me.
Menar.
Oh god. I got a dot. If I die with this dot, we all get stunned.
Tile taunt.
Oh no.
3, 2, 1.
Thing down? Do we maybe get a bunch of people lagged out?
Watch your step.
Nice. Nice. Somebody's gonna have to taunt at some point.
I don't. Oh shit.
Ah, come on. Oh wait, whoa. Okay. Alright, we're doing kind of okay.
Oh no, my fire alley is stunned. What the hell?
Not super crazy.
Flappy grippy.
Ah,
Oh, well.
come on. Literally unfortunate. Actually unfortunate. I just got feared twice. No, 3 times this run. And I got no dispels or nothing. Alrighty. Yeah, my damage was real bad that time around. Real bad. It feels like my graphics settings are a little off than I normally have it. What is different this time around?
How did I not
Do, 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 do.
Did you have like the 90% reduction thing?
Is it me, or does it feel like the game is a little bit laggier than normal? Because I feel like one of my graphics settings is kind of off. I don't think they ever go to lower under 5 weeks. Seems pretty set on that.
Where are we up to?
Yeah, so far it seems that's the case.
Hell.
And normally I have like really good frames in here, but I don't know why it's like that. Hmm.
Actually, you know what? We'll clear through. We'll go face crash first.
Trying to figure out, boys. Huh. Is it maybe my add-ons? Hold on, let me check. Wow, up. Maybe there's like a update on Windows? I have no idea. I found a whole lot of healers. Not alone in patch or something. Oh, maybe. It could be. I just am noticing that while I'm streaming, normally I have like really solid frames. Today, oh, actually a lot of add-ons are outdated. Maybe they'll do it. Maybe it's DBM or Astral Keys or one of those add-ons that's outdated that's causing like some weird frame stuff. It's not that I'm getting stutters, it's just like lower frames than normal. I guess the best way to describe it. Let's see if that fixes it. It's a big older fears? Yeah, it is a lot of fears. Not much you can really do about it. Just gotta install the old friendly. Do I think I'll try to keep the World First Race close? Yeah, I think that's what they're looking for, is trying to keep it close and trying to maybe prolong it, make it last a little longer than normal. Fate Scribe? Is that what we're doing? Not Guardian? Or both maybe? Because I like doing Guardian. Fate Scribe on the other hand, you know what? Fate Scribe is actually not that bad. Now that we did it last week, we actually were able to kind of do them properly, sort of, kind of. I think Fate Scribe won't be that bad. Although, why am I tanking? I don't like it. I'm just gonna drag it over to the real tanks then. You have a costume on. It looks like you have a cloth gear on. Yeah, I do. It's a toy, is the beacon. The transformation beacon that makes it look like a like a boss inside of a dungeon or a raid. So I think I look like Helgen the Unclean or something. Actually, hold on. Let me see what kind of necromancer am I. He's one of the Wrath of Lich King ones. Maybe Nextramus? Hagen the Unclean. Wait, I actually got it perfect. Look at that. I'm literally Hagen. Does he got purple eyes? He does. Actually perfect. Hell yeah.
First trash. Thank you.
It's good Bazooka don't die? Yeah, well, I'll try not to. I'll try not to. What spec do you guys want to see for Fate Scribe? Let me ask right now so I can maybe switch before the trash. So I can get my character all set up.
That would be impressive.
What are the mobs that go invisible and invincible?
So I'm talking about Arcanets of Livestream. No, you good, fam. You good.
Invisible,
Talk about whatever you wanna.
heal to full. When they die, resurrect. Get a. Actually, I think there is one that gets like a fucking shield that makes everything unkillable or immune. Like everything in the bubble doesn't really move.
So you get an intern as wizard?
No, just from normal. From the normal test.
Honestly, the most exciting.
Fun displaying the healers off. I don't dispel certain folk. Yeah.
Outside of like 9.
Yeah, whoever's the healer not dispelling me, man. They got another thing coming.
Oh, you mean the guy that designed Azurite?
Yeah, the guy that designed Azurite and everything. This expansion, fuck that guy.
Oh man, those WoW head comments were fucking brutal. Like, good. Don't ruin the next game.
There's a guy with a
Bashing
venti
that
buff.
guy.
While doing dance and Nax. Yeah, the dance. I don't think I've ever done that one.
It was like a,
The Hagen dance.
more of a collaborative
But I heard there was like a
effort
dance
on the
behind
thing,
it.
But when they were like, he was responsible for the design of Azurite armor amongst, and they started naming the systems that he did, I was like, fuck this guy, get him out.
Oh, dude, they threw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Like later.
Oh.
He did bring the Great Vault, which is a massive
What's up, Dalek? Excited for 19? Yes, I am. Golden. How you doing, by the way? We'll be out on next week. Yep.
That was awful.
Next time next week, I am. Does it feel like you only got 2 weeks left for the raid before new season starts, Dal? I mean, the earlier the season starts, the better, honestly. I'm so excited for the new season. I'm over this season. I'm over like the pushing for PvP and plus raiding. I'm just excited for new stuff. I've been having a lot more fun with it over in PTR. So I'm like, I'm basically already living in patch 9.2. At least that's how I feel like. That account is banned now? On Forge. An account got praised from Nax experience string mod. On Forge. Do you think they're going to do something different for the Feral Forge set? I don't see them wrecking it that hard. So they nerfed already by 65%. To me, that already seems like they nerfed it quite a bit. They also soft capped it, so it's 8 target soft cap, which kind of butchers it. In terms of like the effectiveness it had. I'm hoping they end up buffing it back up a little bit. Maybe not completely back up to where it was, but any kind of buff so it feels... Maybe like take all the soft cap part, because then the Feral can do big AoE pulls and get some value AoE damage.
Yeah.
Maybe like amp up damage a little bit, not like nerfing it by 65%, but like 55 or 45. You know, give a little bit of slack to the ability.
Trinkets.
Yeah, conversations happening in the background. The comments about Azurite BFR hilarious. Yeah. That's usually how we raid. I hang out with the chat and I keep the comms open. If you guys want me to turn off the comms, I can do that. Or if you just want me to be quiet, you can listen to the banter. That's fine too.
I need another DPS volunteer for that.
Chat, which spec do you want to play for this one? Which spec do you want to see for Fate Skype? Sub, Assassin, or Outlaw? Which one do you want to see, boys? My friend's improved a little bit. Was it a weak aura, maybe? Was it like a janky weak aura doing some weird stuff?
What do we have for trade?
Actually, I have weak aura companion, so I can update weak auras if there's an issue. Resto, bro, I would love to play some Resto. But Sub, Assassin, Outlaw is all we got for now. Maybe next patch, right? Maybe next patch we could play Resto. That'll be interesting. Want to see a Resto? Bro, I'd love to. I actually like Resto 9.2. Like, no joke. Yo, King, my man! How you doing, my guy?
Push, doll. Even though I am playing a diff game, Ema still sub to you on YT.
Yo, can we get a hashtag King in the chat for that beautiful 10-buck dono, my man? Thank you so much, my guy. Push Jal, even though I'm playing a different game, still sub to you on YT. I appreciate it, my dude. I appreciate it. I actually have a couple viewers that don't play WoW, just still watch the videos. And you know what? I'm excited about that because that means I'm doing at least something right. At least I'm entertaining, you know? Like, maybe, like, you know, you're on stuff from WoW, you're like, you know, enjoying another game, taking a break or whatever. But if you still enjoy my videos, even though you're not playing the game, that's awesome. That makes me super happy. Yo, can we get an hashtag King showing appreciation for the wonderful, beautiful dono, my man? Thanks so much, my guy. Appreciate ya. Sub for the dub, Assas? Yo, sub or Assas? Flip a coin at this point. Chat, sub or Assas? Sub or Assas? Because both of them are really good for this boss. Both could do quite a lot of single target damage. I just gotta swap out gems for one of them.
We'll double legendary frost yet.
Hell yeah.
Just to double check that they have the same shit we have.
Keep them on. Alright. Summer Assassin boys. Watching some of your vids actually brought back to WoW. Really? Well, hopefully you're excited for patch 9.2. It's looking really good so far. There've been a lot of communication, a lot of changes, back and forth stuff, tier sets, double leggers. It's looking really, really good. I'm so excited for it.
Oh my god. Sorry, Spick.
I think last time we killed this boss as Assas, and I think Assas just does big pumpy single target. I can't wait for Assas with double leggers though, because you can go Night Fae, like actually play Night Fae. It's back. That's the best part.
You're too late.
Subtlety is really good though for this fight as well. There's a bit of funnel for the boss jam. Both of them are really good. Sass for us team. Alright, Sass it is. As soon as I see the chat even a little bit swing in one direction or another. It really look fun. Too bad there are too many WoW haters take a crap at the gameplay. Honestly, I feel like this is why PTR is available, right? This is oh my god, look at these Phantom Knights. Just firing off into the ceiling. What the? I think this is where more people need to spend time and check out PTR. And hopefully people did. Hopefully people popped on PTR because you can just test all your tier sets, double legendaries, jump into a couple of mythic plus keys, jump into raid testing, try the new solo queue mode, or solo shuffle brawl they're adding, which might be a solo queue in the future. Like, and check out Xerath Mortis. Perfect opportunity to like do all that stuff.
Hey, you can't go degen. Well, I guess you can go
Oh,
degen.
more people gave it a chance. King, oh my goodness, my man.
Got 25 ref from the res dog. Come on.
Oh my god, King.
It's 10 or 15, isn't it?
Can we get another hashtag King and Chef for another 10 more bones, my guy? Appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate you. Yo, that's very, very generous of you, my man. What the? Come on, bro. Hashtag King, boys. Oh my goodness, look at this beauty. Thank you so much, King. I really, really appreciate it, man. Glad you enjoyed the stuff. I really do love it. Poisons? Yeah, I got my deadly poison, so we're prepped. I think I have everything else. Am I single target? No, I am. Even though Crimson Tempest is like, I honestly could have stayed with that. I could have stayed Crimson Tempest, but F it. Kind of messed up my burst, but it's okay. Yeah, scuffed it a little bit, but it's alright. It's not too bad. Not too bad.
Defensive. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Watch your step.
Oh god. Add? At least we have a slow poison for this thing. We should have a perma slow.
Off the boss.
Not good far.
Yeah, let's see if we get the mechanics or not. No, actually, we can just DPS. Hell yeah.
Wumbo next title is Superstar.
I'm just gonna cloak it. It's not gonna go anywhere for this one. Let's shiv this guy, get a couple of envenoms back. I didn't shiv actually. Oh no. I thought I did. He's dead anyway. How we doing? Ruin, last one. Okay, finish. That was a lot better of a burst opener or burst vanish with Vendetta. A lot better. Feels a little stronger, feels a little more value. Lots of crits for all that energy regen with the Lego.
Defensive. Kill ads. Watch your step.
Hell yeah. And ad should be up very, very soon, I think. Switch. This is why we run crippling. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the? Are we dead? What the hell? Oh, we died. Yo, King, that's 50 bones. Are you serious, bro? Yo, can we get an Asher King for the big donut, my man? What the King? This man is just making a rain. What's going on? Gotta go feed dinos and stream play in the background. AFK. Oh my god. That's probably the best AFK message I've ever gotten. Jesus. Thank you so much. Can we get an Asher King for the being a beauty? My god, that's a lot of bones. That's a lot of bones they're throwing me. Thank you so much. What, the 50? Yo, that, yeah, wipe. I don't even care about the wipe. I'm not even worried. Man. How do you feel about the best hero set and item level wise you can only get from last 2 bosses Sepulchre for the respective difficulty? Well, the difference is very, very small. It's like, I think it's like a 7 item level gap, which isn't, it is, I mean, some of the raid fights to lead a 20 player group through raid progression, I think it's a little harder than like getting a team together and pushing Gladiator. Well, actually, Gladiator, you have like your own item level, so it doesn't really matter there. But like compared to Mythic Pluses, I feel like maybe this should offer the ability for Mythic Plus players, like if you do 20s and plus, where you can like add an extra item level to certain pieces. So you can also get endgame gear from there. But in the long term, I don't think it makes that big of a difference. It is an item level difference, like when it comes to pushing, but I think they're just trying to make more incentive for raiding rather than Mythic Pluses.
I thought I might have rolled more.
Right. Otherwise, I think more people would just play Mythic Pluses because you get in a 5-man team is easier than getting 20. As someone who raids, I guess I get the gear anyway. So for me, it doesn't really make the bigger difference. But I guess if only stuck to Mythic Pluses, I think the item level difference is not as big as some people think. Just from playing the game, I don't feel like it's as big a difference. It is a difference when it comes to like maximizing and feeling like a character's finished though. I don't know, they've done this for the last 2 raids of Shadowlands, and just pretty standard. I guess I can't really think much about it. What do you think of it? Do you like it, or do you dislike it, Golden? What are your thoughts on that? Is it worth certain spec single target with a Mage 9-2? Is it worth any spec for single target with a Mage? Mages are going to be good 9-2. I'll be very surprised if Mages are not good for 9-2. Yeah, if you're looking to play a Mage for ST, I think you'll have, what, Frost is looking good. Fire's also looking really good. Yeah, Mages should be good in 9-2. I won't even question it. Mages have been good for so long. Between Fire, between Arcane, between Frost, at least one of the specs is going to be good for single target. Double Legos are kind of huge for the specs, and some of the tier set bonuses they get are massive. I think right now a lot of players are expecting to play Frost. I don't know because of single target or whatnot, but they could basically maintain like, what? They can maintain Icy Veins permanently. It's kind of nuts. Like, it's already possible right now. Definitely with stuff like PI. Oh, it's me, and I'm here. Right? Hope? Opium? Opium. Finish ad real quick. Get these little ads. I'm gonna get someone dotted, and then just kind of envenom the rest. Hey, with them down. See, I got mechanics. So let me go and do mechanics.
Wings are active.
Any plans to doing the mage shower again? Yeah, definitely. I'll do mage shower whenever it's back up. I'll be just doing it on stream and getting some b-roll just for fun. I like the mage shower. It's enjoyable. I don't even care about the rewards. It's just enjoyable content for me. So of course, definitely. It'd be cool if maybe they added other recolors and other reasons in the future, but I think it's awesome. I honestly would love. I missed the mage shower so much. When it was gone, I missed the dude. I was like, why Blizzard? I was like, why Blizzard? Why? I was so happy that it was here. I didn't realize how much I would like it, man, but I end up loving the mage shower. More than I expected to. It was a wonderful, beautiful piece of content. Maybe I shouldn't have flashed potion in the beginning. I wonder if I'll have my cooldowns back in 3 minutes. I mean, maybe. I doubt it though. This is not too long of a fight.
Defensive.
But definitely, Mage's always good. What's up, Chill? How you doing, my man? Yo, you gonna be in for the duels this weekend? For PTR? I'm thinking since they fixed the PTR so it's no longer buggy and laggy and DCing people, I think we'll go back and do some arenas in or duels in PTR. Last little hurrah before it's over. And maybe we'll get some changes, class changes before the end of it all. Oh, what? Look at that placement. Look at that placement with Phantom Knives, Blizzard. Some of Blizzard watching my videos, dude. They give me an opportunity to parse. You gotta be messed up. There we go. Good boop. And I think we're just gonna shiv this guy and just kind of generate comp points off of the ads and then pump full of items. Oh, okay. Get over the boss. If we kill the tank ad fast enough and kill the ads, we could just push this guy then. We're a little slow. Oh, that thing melted. Okay.
Toxic knock.
Knock. It is toxic. We have mechanics. We don't. Okay, cool. Hopefully someone takes care of those ads. Ah, made a mistake. Made a mistake. I ventiered. I don't know why I did it. I'm so used to using Ventier as Outlaw, and you could have just press it whenever. Don't think about it. Just Ventier. So I won't have Ventier for the boss burst. But I am gonna have Potion. So it looks like 3 minutes did pass by. Crazy. Oh. Somehow avoided that. Surprisingly, I avoided that despair.
Pull that to the boss.
Alright, boys. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have potioned.
Can you take this?
It's going back in 14. So we're gonna try to see if we could just burn the boss. I'm not doing mechanics anymore, boys. If we do enough DM, we could just burn the boss. I'll potion in the end anyway. I really gotta figure out a better keybind for potions. Like, I keep clicking them, but it's kind of cringy. I guess I should do shift 3. Okay, can we do no damn?
Slow his ad.
Actually gonna dot the ad so I can go for more mutilates.
Special coming.
I'm gonna use that Ventier, off sync it from the rest of my cooldowns just to get more damn. So we're just trying to burn the boss before his bar fills. And before the ad bar fills. Well, the ad might have to get nuked though. Because ad is gonna do a ton of damn. Okay, I gotta focus ad. Ah, nice. Nice. So I think we kill. Less than a mil? Less than a milli? Less than a milli? Come on, please. Ah, dude, we're one tick away. Look at the one shot, boys. Let's go. Massive. I like it.
Ring getters?
Oh my god. Yo, anybody need a ring? Yeah, for real. Well, actually, no. If he is the ring getter, someone drops daggers now.
True.
We break the curse by upsetting it to a useless boss we don't ever do. That's how you do it. Hell yeah. Now I feel bad if Womba doesn't get a dagger. Oh my god. Any major changes for M+ dungeons? Any tunings without powers? Besides the power stuff, so there's a new affix that's gonna change the way we play. Besides that, there are nerfing necrotic a little, and enemy like the crawly mobs that explode and put a debuff on you in Tirna Sai at the very start. Those guys will now, when they die, they'll drop a puddle. They will wait for a second and then explode. Any enemies caught, any enemies, players or mobs, bosses, anything else caught in those puddles will take more damage. So you'll be able to pull them over to the spot, kill them, walk out of the puddles, put the bosses in puddles, puddles explode, bosses get debuff.
I don't want to see another fucking ring
Sorry.
drop ever again.
Sorry. I just had like a coughing fit as I'm trying to talk. But you could now drop the puddles onto bosses or the ads and turn aside at the beginning. You could walk out of those puddles, drag the bosses in, puddles explode, bosses take more damage. And you can kind of use that in order to do more damage to the bosses. It's pretty cool. Here we go.
One tanking. I'm bullshit.
Besides that, I don't think there's been other changes. Maybe they'll do some more nerfs or buffs. But I think for the most part, like, the affix works pretty well inside of Mythic Pluses. They might need to adjust them in the future. If any adjustments, I hope they just do nerfs. I don't think anybody would want to make certain fights harder. I think they could be harder within reason. But for the most part, the new affix incorporates pretty well into the dungeons. There is some buggy interaction like Necrotic Wake. Whenever you go to like the Necropolis part, whenever you like, you know, normally majority of the dungeon happens inside of the I think it's called, let me see what's it called actually. Temple of Courage. And then you go to the Necropolis, you couldn't get the relics to spawn those mini bosses up above. I think they fixed it. So you should be able to spawn more easily up above and get the buffs and all that stuff. Besides that, it worked pretty well. It worked well in Tirna, it worked well in all the other stuff. They changed it so that they could reset, and like if you have to reset a boss, the relics will also reset, they'll always respawn. And then they also added like a catch-up thing, like, you know when you can't finish a key, usually they give you like some kind of a way to have an easier time getting those keys done. Like, before they had this mob, this vent here that would spawn this prideful manifestation and the prideful affix. They do the similar thing where there's a broker with these relics. These relics don't aggro to you until you hit them, and you can basically pull the relics, spawn the guy you want, kill them, pull them into the boss, pull with the buff into the boss.
Yeah,
if you want to. I don't like what you need really. Just a face roll later. Well, it is going to be a little more. I mean, making a face roll, I don't think is the worst, especially when you're trying to make players feel powerful in the last patch. Chat, which spec do you want to see for Kel'Thuzad? Subtlety, Outlaw, or Assassination?
It's better than
We either go Subtlety or Assass and we just burn down Kel'Thuzad below, or we play Outlaw Rogue and we do big AoE cleave with a bit of single target. Are you going to be able to extend duels upcoming Saturday? Like have a longer time spending on duels? Yeah, why not? Because we'll be on PTR, we'll have both EU and NA joining in. We'll be doing them both on Friday and on Friday and Saturday on PTR. So chill, if you want to join us Friday, you can. We'll be doing it on PTR, so both EU and NA can play PTR. I think that'd be fun. Outlaw, Assass,
my Warlock, but if everybody else needs it,
let's see my M+ test. Is awesome. We've been doing a lot of M+ testing on the channel, mostly in streams. There's a lot of tier sets we tested and playstyles we tested. They changed them about M+ gear next season. I don't think anything changed majorly ambient. I could be wrong though. I don't think they changed gearing process. There's still valor points. There's still rating attached to valor points and gear upgrades. It's like I want to work, but I want till 7 EST, which is usually when you stop. Yeah, I could probably play for about an extra hour. We could probably chill and stuff. Yeah, because this is going to be the last opportunity for everybody to gather together on PTR. NA and EU can play together. I think I'll go for a little bit longer. I can do it Friday and Saturday. Let's see how it goes. Like, if we don't have any groups, then I guess we'll call it there, but I'll be around and I'll be looking for more.
Yeah.
So chat, what are you playing? We got 1 vote for Assass, 1 vote for Outlaw. What do you guys want to see for Kel'Thuzad? Which spec do you want to see for KDZ? Also, with 9-2, I can't wait to have so many more of you guys join in for the raiding tier 9-2. Sepulchers are going to be fun. I tested the raid on, what is it, Mythic, Heroic, Normal. We've done like a full separate boss test, but also we've done like a full one with it with a guild where the whole raid was just open for normal for everybody to test the mechanics, see the fights, test the tier set, all that stuff. It was really, really fun. I enjoyed it a lot, and it's been a while since I've like enjoyed the raid on like even normal. Normally I like it when it's difficult, when there's a lot of mechanics going on, but I think even like on normal stuff, like we got quite a few things to like pay attention to. I think maybe I like the difficulty of Zymox, even though he might have been a little overtuned. I really like the difficulty with that one.
Are we sitting Euro?
Random 3-1 assassin subtlety.
Huh? I'm not sitting. Do you need to sit?
Yeah.
Wait, did I say sub assassin subtlety? I meant to say assassin subtlety outlaw.
Damn.
I'm kind of like a Frost here. The 2-piece a little meh, but the 4-piece, the extra damage for obliterate is gonna be really good. Yeah. You could, plus with Frost being as strong as it is for like cleaving in arenas, having like extra cleave damage when you're bursting, cleaving through multiple enemies, that's gonna be really good. Are you gonna switch out your rune carving enchant shield? Like, are you gonna go from Razor Ice, which is will frost damage single target increase, to like, are you gonna swap it to Fallen Crusader so you can get the strain buff, and you'll basically get like for free Razor Ice with your tier set? Because what is it? Glacial Advance puts a Razor Ice stack on the target. Are you gonna be switching out to Fallen Crusader for it? Or are you just gonna stay as it is? So for the rest of it changes, the tier set is actually gonna be really powerful when timed properly. Yeah, I mean Incarnation for a short amount of time. That's huge. No point to play RF. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I read a little bit on the Deathnet Discord, at least for like PvE side of the game, like for dual wielding. They said they're still probably they're probably still gonna be running Razor Ice. But I was wondering, like, for two-hand in PvP, I always thought, like, hypothetically, you could, but I always wondered, like, if maybe just running Razor Ice for that consistent, constant debuff is better. But that's awesome, because then I think this way, that's even going to get even more burst, and probably better survivability since Crusader heals. I'm excited for it. I'm hoping that the two-hander will be stronger within PvE content. Down my man, yo gaming. Yo, which spec, my guy? Assassin or Outlaw for Kel'Thuzad? Which specs? Be the tiebreaker that we need. Be the tiebreaker that we need, man. Do it. I need your help. Which one are we playing? For Kel'Thuzad, I either go Assassin and I just dumps to the boss downstairs. Assassin? Okay, we'll say Assassin then. Should I keep the legendary bow or forget it? Should I keep hope for legendary bow?
K2 before it might be fixed.
You can if you want to get the mock for it. It's a cool weapon. Like, I would take this week to I would just make this the last week where you try the bow. Unless you like really want it, I would make this the last week where you're like, you know what? Let's just try for the bow, see what happens. You get it and you get it. Sure. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. It's a cool looking bow though. I'm surprised my hunter got it, even though I was like in survival spec. With survival like survival, I think it was like loot table, and I still got it on survival. How excited are you not seeing the last two bosses of the prior? I think it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun paying attention to these bosses and learning what they do. Seeing them for the first time, seeing their mechanics, it's gonna be cool. I'm excited. I thought I saw a main DK Theorycraft saying two-hand is well ahead of dealing with pure C. But the people will still choose to play dual wield bread because it's more versatile. Also, I haven't seen that. I'll need to look at it in the future. I'll need to peep that myself. Okay, that's kind of cool though. That gets me excited. That gets me really excited.
When we need it downstairs.
So chat, we are gonna go for AoE this time with Crimson Tempest. We're not gonna go Vendetta here in the opener. We're just gonna use Vendettas only just to nuke down the boss when he's down below. We're just using Vendettas for the boss down below. We're never touching the Vendetta on this guy up here. Should be getting the Crimson Tempest. They're still crippling poison. We are crippling. Wait, it's actually so good. Wait, crippling poison is the same with the slow. Look how slow these mobs are. Normally they just gotta sprint. Normally they're kind of quick. Relatively quick. Ow.
So,
Nice. We could build up comm points off of these ads, so we can just kind of roll into the boss. Actually, I'll slice and dice. Alright, gang, you ready? Big burst. Just gonna dumpster Kel'Thuzad.
Keep moving.
I'm holding Windrush.
Squares on kick 3 right now.
Should we slow him? No. Ooh.
We are coming out. Vigor is not.
Does it kill anybody? Okay, it didn't kill anybody. Okay, we're good. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We just want to make sure we kill the guy downstairs as they kill the ads upstairs. If we aren't able to do that, then it's gonna be painful for everybody. Imagine 255 hunter with no legendary bow. Yeah, I feel like they should have maybe upped the chance for everybody to get it, because it's a unique bow. Like, it has unique looks to it and everything. I feel like that was a missed opportunity, man. They should have just... Oh god. Oh, hey, how you boys all doing? The game is like run. It reminds me of the song, you know how it goes like run. Do 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 do. Some of you will know what I mean. Maybe. Maybe even. And maybe. I don't even know if you would. Run. Do 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 do.
ranking the boss.
Get more ads? Let's go. Huge. Big AoE. Yo, that slow is worth. We actually got somebody blizzarded too. We got an actual frost mage. Normally you have fire. I like it. Alright, so this is where we're gonna be, how we're gonna do the biggest possible burst to the boss. We have Vendetta in just a little bit. We're just gonna have to kind of do this without Vendetta for a moment. Okay, in just a bit. There we go.
So just cycle back. Back up.
I'm gonna cloak and just stay in.
Now go in. How are we looking?
Just to make sure that I move my stuff out of the way. Little puddle. Oh, we pushed so fast. Oh my god, we pushed him really quick. Real fast. What the? It was so good. Wait a second. It was actually so good. No way. Yo, we pushed the boss quick. Alright, am I gonna be... No. I gotta get more about mechanics. Alright with that. Oh god. No chi death. Just boop.
Special coming.
Oh yeah, I wasn't supposed to cloak there, was I? I was supposed to cloak way later. I think I was supposed to cloak for that one just now.
Rank the boss.
Nice, good boop. Keep the ads for me, please. Fan or knives? Oh man, I was gonna get big value on fan. Yeah, he pushed. Wow, we're clean. What are these clean pushes? We're insane. This is where we lose, right? This is where we wipe. This is where we just walk up and wipe, chat? Is that how it goes? Pretty sure.
No wind rush for 4 seconds.
Watch your step.
Ready to back up.
Watch your step.
Back up.
Stay. Now we're going.
We good?
Yeah, go.
Nice. Wow, look at that clean go. Actually, we couldn't be any cleaner than this. I guess it could have been a little cleaner with my Vendetta for the second down phase, but it's okay. We pumped.
Shot this knife. This is the right here. I gotta kick that knife.
Watch the vote.
I'm just gonna use these guys to generate comp points and hit the boss with it. Back to back Envenoms. Nice. Clean! What is this? Why can't we do that the first time for weeks and weeks? Oh my goodness.
You did it.
Yo. Hell yeah.
And
That was awesome. Look at that.
Last week you got it, man.
It was Shamwar, by the way.
Hey.
What the?
counts,
True.
Huge. Wait, who's Shamwar? That's a new guy. From Melee Mechanics? What the? Is that new guy? We got a new guy, I
Yeah, we
guess.
can't leave it out.
Nice, let's go. Yeah, what's wrong with me? What's up, Lucas? How you doing, my guy? Dude, slamming through these bosses. We slapped out.
Oh, was that the trick?
What's his face? We slapped out.
We fucked up the entirety of farm by
What is it?
skipping fake scribe, so it said, well, you gotta get a ring somewhere.
What is it? We slapped out Fate Scribe. We one shot Targru. We one shot Kel'Thuzad. Is this where we one shot Sylvanas? And have the shortest stream ever, bro? Or do we go back and do some of the other bosses? We did normal plus heroic to mythic for us. Fair enough. Summarization that I have so many alts that I had to rep farm home for a second legendary. No, gaming. I don't think you'll need to farm all of them. I think once you unlock the rep on one character, your alts should be able to get it. Well, actually,
I can do it since
to get the legendary second Lego, I think it's just a story chapter, which, or maybe they'll change it where like if your main got it, you'll also be able to get it. I think it'll be worth. But once your main has the recipe, your alts have the recipe. You won't need to learn that Lego on other characters. Like once one character unlocks it, all your characters account unlocks the recipe. So your alts should be able to just craft their legendary recipe. You don't need to do rep grinder multiples. Don't do that.
You're needed.
Are you gonna play Elden Ring? I never actually played any of the Dark Souls games.
But
So I don't know. Maybe I should order Elden Ring. Is it coming out on PS4?
I don't know why they did that, but
Because I know that Elden Ring is coming out on PS5, but what about PS4? Because I don't got a PS5.
Like 50% or something like that, 40%.
Like it's impossible to get
That's still
one.
good.
Happy if that's the case, yeah. Hopefully. I mean, there's no way, right? Invite me. I want some honest mount, bro. Ambient, yeah. Is that how it works? Hey yo, down some honest. You get me in there, bro. What is a lot of that? Yeah, imagine if it was that easy. I tried a total of 61 kills across normal, heroic, and mythic. So I'm just an unlucky guy. I'm sorry about that, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know, man. Hopefully Blizzard fixes that in the future, yeah? Here we go, Wumbo. Have my neck.
There's a new health pot in 9.2. Right?
Chat! One shot's going around, loot's going around. Let's call this operator for real. Capping. Dark Souls an absolute masterpiece? Yeah. I mean, I've watched streams and I've seen videos on Dark Souls. So it's not like I don't know what Dark Souls is. I just never actually played Dark Souls myself. Never, like, I do have Dark Souls 3. Like, apparently somebody gifted it to me on Steam or something, because I don't remember buying it for myself. But I guess somebody maybe gifted it to me when it was on sale.
I think it's some food.
And I have it. I just never finished one. Never actually played one. I think the most I've done with Dark Souls is played it when my twin got it on his PC or on PlayStation. Back at the other house, I remember like we were hanging out. He's like, "You want to play some?" I was like, "F it, let's play Dark Souls." I never played it. I think I tried to defeat the first boss, and it took me a couple of attempts, but I was having so much fun with it.
Yeah, but then
I feel like it's a game I could totally like get into, like deep. But I feel like there's no way I'd be able to play that and try to do WoW and videos and stream stuff. I would be so into it, man. I need to take like a 2 weeks break from anything content related for WoW just to play that game.
Survival is now a melee spec.
Even a Toxicity purchase? Maybe. But I know it wasn't me that got it.
It's
I'll be
because
happy.
they,
Yeah.
they were like, why do we
I
have
want to say I randomly found your stream like 2 weeks ago. Nice job. Watch the stream. Yeah, thanks so much, Ambient. Appreciate you hanging out here, fam. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, Elden Ring. I'm definitely gonna at least watch a streamer play Elden Ring or something. I think I already have a guy that I'm most likely gonna watch whenever they play it. Elden Ring looks really, really good. Like that game is just like a good mixture of Dark Souls, a little bit of that Sekiro, a little bit of exploration, a little bit of that more open world freedom, while also keep it to the core. It's gonna be really good. So many comp points. Yeah, there's a lot of comp points, Sam. Definitely. Mythic where I'm the best. I usually get the first few bosses Mythic down at best. Hey, it's a start. Honestly. I'm guessing the best tier pieces for all the 3 bosses are my sepulcher. Won't be an issue for you because you gotta get a really good guild. You know, just killing bosses on. Well, at least you'll be able to get, at least it's possible to get tier assists from like other forms of gameplay instead of just raiding, right? You can do mythic pluses, you can do PvP, get gear and upgrade that gear with tiers as well. I am really excited they added more than one way of getting tier sets though, besides just raiding. Especially for players that don't have a guild. But I think it's honestly not a bad idea for you guys to look into guilds, man. And put in some apps and finding a place, you know, to belong to.
I'm gonna drop out of group. These ones are good.
Well, past this raid, been a long one? Yeah, this raid definitely has been a longer one. I think this raid has been still shorter than the first raid, Castle Nathria. That one was a really long one. We felt like we were in it forever. I'm excited for Sepulchre though. I'm excited for the environment change and the boss fights and the mechanics and everything. It's gonna, I think it's gonna be awesome. At least it was awesome from testing. You know, we'll see how things are once we actually get in. Because maybe like it's like really new and fun and exciting because it's on PTR, because it's new. And maybe like after a couple of weeks you're like, yeah, you know what, it's a cool raid, but it's not that great. Because I had a lot of fun with it. I didn't get what you mean for 9.2. I'm swapping servers, so I'm gonna start a new class. What classes are you looking at to play in 9.2 at Trill? What classes are on your radar? Like, which ones are you excited for? That's a huge, I'm a big M+ guy. I can only raid once a week in our guilds. That gives you options for alts and tier. Yeah. And the fact that like, those charges will accumulate on your alt. So like, let's say you're not playing, like you say, you're gonna main your rogue at the beginning of the patch 9.2. But you want to level up, you want to get a mage geared and a warrior geared in the future. Like, while you're leveling and while you're gearing out your rogue and playing the new patch and pushing keys, maybe doing a bit of raiding, bit of PvP as you push, eventually like, alright, I've done a bit of pushing on my rogue, I've had a bit of fun, I want to get some variety. You hop on your warrior, or hop on your mage, get a little bit of cosmic flux, walk up to the catalyst and it's like, you have 2 charges to create a tier set. You can make a 2 set right there. You just accumulates for you. You don't lose out on charges at all. So then it's like, bam, 2 set, there you go, already kind of caught up. And then a couple more weeks, 4 set, you're good to go. So like anytime you don't, any amount of time you spend not playing your ults, it actually accumulates value in a way. Because eventually I'll be able to like, alright, I've been playing my rogue, I got my warrior set up, I got my chamois set up, I'm gonna hop on my hunter, get them caught up in patch 9.2, crap my 4-piece immediately with whatever gear I get, and bam, I already got my 4-piece, I'm chilling. It's so good. And what I can do too, is I can put that versatility, that 4-piece on my Mythic Plus gear. And I can upgrade it with Valor over time, so like, it's so good. In PvE, it's like a big AoE damage in PvP, like control, dot damage. But I really don't want to be trained by melee mongers. Yeah, as a caster, as a range class, you're always gonna... I feel like you're never really gonna be able to shake off melee ever.
Fucking liar.
In PvE, I like big AoE damage. In PvP, I like high control and dot. It sounds like Warlock is the class choice for you. Warlocks have quite a bit of control and dot damage for affliction. I guess if you count pets as kind of like dots, demonology is in a way dot class. But a big AoE at Destro for Mythic Pluses is really, really good. Really good.
You're not allowed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we also got Elethol in here. That's a new guy in the guild. That's a new name. That's a new face. Nice. Let's go. I like it.
Yep.
And then 2 coming out next week. When do you think we'll get to no announcement? That's a great question, Golden. That's a great question. I have no idea. I got no clue. That is a question on everyone's mind now. Now that 9.2 is here, dude, as soon as 9.2 comes up, people will be like, when is 10.0? Blizzard, when is 10.0? Yeah, hopefully, like, shortly after, like, whatever the last few cinematics of Shadowlands get released, hopefully then we'll get some kind of story trailer, story teaser about the next expansion. What's the meta class do you think for M+ for 9.2? It's still way too early prelude which classes are going to be the strongest, the most meta, because it really will come down to the tuning, how classes are tuned, how tier sets are tuned. Because some classes may look good now, but if you're under-tuned, that it kind of just loses all steam. And other classes that may seem like kind of mediocre, but like if Giga tuned damage-wise, like if they got the best damage, they got the best damage, like who's not going to play that? I think it'll really come down to the tuning. But, oh, DC with the membership. Oh, there it is. That's a name I haven't seen in a while. Alrighty. Well, thank you.
That's how you do it.
The sample announcement is gonna have to be soon. Yeah, it's gonna have to be soon. So no won't be until 2023. You don't think so? We'll see, right? Because like maybe at some point Blizzard was like, all right, well we gotta get this thing rolling, get this new expansion and the patch up and running. And it definitely feels like they put a lot of effort into 9.2, like with the communication, the back and forth, how open they were about all the different changes. But yeah. As for meta class prelude, I have no clue. I don't know. I think a lot of the classes that are good now are going to be really good. Boomies will be nuts. Mages will be really good. All that stuff. Christmas release were great. But maybe, yeah. Maybe. I mean, they've done something like that before, haven't they? The Christmas releases of an expansion. Or more or less around the Christmas time. On the topic, I've heard the domination sockets will work in dungeon. I just said, nope. They won't work anywhere. It's actually the other way around. It's not that they will work in places, is they won't work anywhere. Except in, I think the only place they'll work in is this raid. So if you want to go back to, if you, I guess for one reason or another, want to go back to, what is it, Sanctum of Domination? You could, right? If you wanted to go back there, you could, if you wanted.
That's fair.
But, yeah. I don't know if anybody's gonna. I think they want to remove them from Torghast as well, too, yeah? I could be wrong. Maybe you might be able to use them with Torghast, but tier 6 are going to be stronger than these. Very, very likely tier 6 are going to be way stronger than these. So, they'll basically replace them. What's our playing on Illidan? I'll play on Illy. Chat, which spec do we play for Sylvanas? Outlaw, Subtlety, or Assassin? What are we playing, boys? Masochist if they do? Yeah, it doesn't make. I mean, maybe like they'll, you know, maybe they'll. Imagine like if we'll get higher levels, better gear, and we'll be like overpowered. Imagine if we were doing Legion numbers in like the next expansion. Imagine coming back here just for transmog farming. You put on the old gear and like you do so much damage, all those crits. Actually, no, the crits will be still condensed because there's a limit to how good Winds of Winter is going to be, and the primary stats will be weaker, actually. Actually, yeah, none of this is going to be good. They basically are trying to work it out of the game as best as they can. Sub, Outlaw. Yo, Outlaw's pretty good for this fight. Don't sleep on Outlaw. It's actually pretty good for this fight. I've got some really good pulls.
For the first time
I think the release 10.0 this year will be between late November to early mid-December. Yeah, it will be at least a year worth of like progress, a year worth of work. But you never know. Maybe they've been working on 10.0 this whole time, right?
A little bit.
Maybe it's like a WAD. Maybe it's like a WAD type of deal, right? US EU or Illidan. US Illidan. How many nice servers? Hope you're having a good one, Mohammed. Trade.
Can everybody see the quilt in the Sylvanas guild?
Assassin, my next option? Really? Okay. Sub, Outlaw, and Assassin. Chat, Outlaw, Assassin, or Sub? Outlaw, definitely CD dependent on good sparse. Yeah, but I think if I play it right, if I get those Mark for Deaths off on the arrows, if I get Mark for Deaths on the ads, and I get those resets constantly, that's a lot of comm points, and I can feed that into that flagellation during the burst. But as long as I have good uptime on the boss, like it's actually good.
Toy buffs.
Staff ad, there you are. I wish I had the toy to like switch forms with him, like switch appearances.
Did a feast already go to?
No.
Wait, I click accept. I click ready, but I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I just noticed I got this. What is this? Mossworn Assassins Breaches of Harmonious. What the hell am I doing in my life? Okay, let's do one of these. So what are we doing, chat? What are we playing?
Check your gems, check all that shit.
Outlaw? I think we do Outlaw, boys. I think it's been a bit. I think go back to what we main. Good. We can clean out the weapons and do the new Shadow Core. And what else am I missing? Flask. But I have such good gear, so much gear in your bags. You never know when you're gonna need it. Honestly, I feel like I'm a hoarder. After playing Battle for Azeroth, you always kept all your Azeroth gear because you never really know what kind of build you're going to play. And I always wanted to be able to just switch to Assassination, Subtlety, or Outlaw at a moment's notice. And you had to get multiple sets of gear. Like if you wanted Assassination Raiding, Assassination PvP, and Assassination Mythic Plus, you had multiple sets of gear. So I guess I'm just so used to just keeping it in my bags because you never really know when you're going to need it. So that's why I keep all the gear in my bags. So I can switch out to different builds, different playstyles. Because imagine having to go all the way to the bank to grab your whole set. You know? I don't know, maybe I'm weird like that. Maybe I'm weird. Because if I just played one spec, I don't think it would have been an issue. But I always just want to be ready. Yeah, I try to play all 3 specs on the fly whenever possible. I'm not gonna deny though, this is pretty weird. Like Dal, you have the bank or something, bro. Like it looks like a mess. How do you know what's what? I don't blame you. I don't know, man. It's a system. It doesn't work for many, but it works for me, at least so far. Haven't got confused by it yet. That's not to say that's never gonna happen.
Watch your step.
We get like really giga good buffs.
That puddle in the middle of the room, that's a toy, right?
Yes.
We'll be chilling.
Watch your step.
Which spec is the best for Mythic Plus? I think right now Subtlety is technically a little ahead. Like for rogues? Or you mean like overall all classes? If you mean rogues, I'd say Subtlety is a little ahead. Outlaw's right behind it though. I'm hoping that the next batch of the tier sets, you know, Assassination should have a little bit more of a leg to stand on. The 2-piece gives you a little bit more damage with that Shiv. Because Shiv will make all enemies around you. And I don't mean all, it works in AoE. As long as they're close together, because this debuff is only like 15 yards. But all enemies will be able to take more damage from bleeds and poisons. So that gives you a little bit more, with spells like Crimson Tempest, a little bit more like AoE viability.
Special coming.
They get autoed there? Oh, fixate. My health did drop for a second.
Things change. Watch your step.
Boss pushing, so we want to take one of the chains way out here. Cloak it. Yeah. Let me walk over there. Nice. And we got Mark for Death. Let's go. I need to get Slice and Dice rolling though. Not the best buff ever, but we'll take it. Getting some Mark for Death resets on the chains. That's good. That's more cooldown reduction. So we're gonna go, chat, we're gonna go right, then left. So we're gonna go do the ad sides, then we're gonna do the big boss side.
She keeps jumping away every time he gets close to her. She's trolling him.
Just toxic.
Look at him go.
Okay.
I know, he's trying his hardest and she's like, Lamau.
I got me, huh?
Spread.
Drop housestones after this. Here we go.
Oh. Yo, boys. Big dono. Appreciate you, DC. Are they gonna remove the AoE cap crystal jumpers for SAS?
Wish you the best.
There's technically no cap. There's a soft cap, but you will. It's a soft cap of 8 targets. So beyond 8 targets, the bleed will drop off. But besides that, yeah.
Right next to Thrall.
Watch where. Watch your step.
Any orbs? No. We actually got all the orbs. There's usually one of the orbs that one of these mods spawns in. It has like fear effect, and it's really toxic. Because if the fear goes off, we all get feared in every direction. It's kind of nuts. Wave? Oh. Usually I try to get away from a wave.
If you need
Standing
to attack,
that close is a little sketch. Yeah, so I don't have the best go with the boss. Like so far we've had a decent go, but not the biggest go. But I think I'll use a potion for this next big mini boss guy on the left hand side.
Spread.
Wait. Just gonna eat a debuff real quick.
Watch wave.
Do. Oh, okay.
I don't have incline.
Okay, I'm cloak. Oh, you know what I also don't have? I also don't have a sim druid
Watch your step.
with the Kyrian buff. That would help me a lot. Yeah, that Kyrian buff is huge for the crit chance. Kind of massive. I think that's why I had like as good of a draw as I had. Just extra stats. Doesn't matter. It's huge.
Watch wave.
But I think he gave the buff to Wombo. Oh, we were really slow on left hand side. Did we get a kick? We did get a kick. Or at least
Over interrupter.
I think he did.
Policeman.
I think he did. Bulvar kicked the boss when we couldn't. Bro. Wave?
Watch your step.
Ooh.
Watch wave. Spread.
Alrighty, boys. Can we one-shot it? We are doing soaks on the soak 2, which isn't bad. Trying to get cooldown reduction. A little bit. Kill the Vanguard. Aw, I'm not gonna get it back. Ugh. Okay, let's hope the pistol shot. Still, the 8 targets ain't enough. Maybe they should remove it. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they should.
Combo sock.
Hopefully I'm in the center for the darkness
Watch your step.
veil. Yeah, I think I'm still in the center spot unless it changed me.
Just about Memnarch.
Spell strict.
Waves.
Because even one shot, this could be the shortest stream ever, unless we end up. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with this one. I'm dead, aren't I? Ah, I'm dead. She dead? I am not sure how you're supposed to do that mechanic ever. I am never sure how you're supposed to do that ever. I just literally cheat death it every single time. You're supposed to wash. I guess you're supposed to cross and you're supposed to come back. I think. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. And I just could never come back fast enough. You're supposed to stay there long enough where you don't come back with that adder or slam it on everybody else.
Just about Memnarch.
But then also, if you're too close to that end, you get knocked out of the air. Like, I actually could have just got knocked out of the air completely. That could have been real bad.
Death knives and just soaks it too.
So no cheat deaths. I don't have any like easy outs anymore, boys. We're in trouble. We're definitely in bit of troubles.
Plus comes up in 10. Sting.
This is gonna be us here. Look at the far back one. 5 buff? Yo! 5 buff? Bro? Ayo?
Watch your step.
I think there were 2 stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
We got knocked forward and then another one exploded like right below it.
Okay. Yeah, because it looked to the right of you. I guess I should have stayed in cloak maybe? I couldn't tell those two on top of each other.
I mean, I'm just assuming because we definitely got
Yeah,
knocked forward
yeah, there was
in the first
like
one.
yeah, when you start flying, there was still a circle under you, so it must have been like 2 on top of each
Yeah.
other.
Really cancer.
Yeah, so what happened was so you're supposed to be able to soak these circles, and if they don't soak them, then it knocks people back. And I'm supposed to get a circle to soak, Jack's supposed to get a circle to soak. It looked like he was standing in his circle, there was nothing to the right, so I thought, like, did it just disappear or somebody standing in it? And it turns out there's a circle under his circle, so like overlapping on each other. So then one is gonna knock him out, and then the next one is gonna hit, and then it's gonna knock everybody else. So we're actually doing kind of okay. At that point, all you can really do is just stay in, and maybe all I need to do is find the most further circle to the right from that angle, from that corner, stand in it and cloak and just stay, hold my ground, whatever happens. That's about all I can do. Hellstone? Yeah. What happened was, a fluke. That won't happen again, hopefully. Hopefully. Hate when it happens though.
Special coming.
This boss is special. It's like there's not too much RNG with the playstyle, with the mechanics and whatnot. And then there's that crap. It's like, how are you supposed to know? You're just guessing. You're just hoping, like, did it overlap? No. There's no, like, indicator. Sometimes it just happens. Sylvanas is quirky. She just likes being quirky, guys. That's all it is.
Watch your step.
I can't say that I hate her more than some of the other bosses I've done. Like, there have been some other bosses that have just been like, man, this is just an RNG fiesta. Some bosses are really, really annoying because it's like the most annoying dance we've ever done to. But some bosses are just straight up just RNG. You have no idea what's going to happen. You don't even know if mechanics are going to work properly or not. You just have no clue. It's just, you're doing guesswork the whole time. I think a lot of that was Jaina Prague. Jaina was just like all over the place. Nothing was consistent with her pulls for the longest until they fixed her. To try to make her a little more consistent so the guilds didn't have to guess. Imagine having to do a boss fight and you're like, if this happens, do this. If that happens, do that. If this happens, we're just dead. Just good luck. That's the actual guide of the mechanics. If she does A, B, and C, you do C, D, and E. If she does F, W, E, then we're just we're F'd in the A. We're just done. It's over. That's a go again. That's a go again, Douglas.
2, 1.
Someone's escaping.
It was not fun to learn. The fun part about Jaina is there was no learning. There was just a lot of guessing. At least that's how I see it. I think I went to the wrong one. Oh, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me, Dommy Mommy. I know people called it Dommy Mommy. That was fun. That was a really good go.
Oh no.
Life number 8 down.
The way you said it too, bro.
I'm actually so sad.
It's I heard it.
I don't think you were.
Yeah.
Can I get a mage buff?
I'll stay back.
You took me belly button, tongue and cheek across the toes of victory. Yeah, for real.
gonna be
You
a
do
while.
a little ritual just to make sure that the boss does not do something wacky. I know there's a banned boosting organization, but they have the banned in-game boosting communities. Just in-game realm allowed. So they banned the Discord communities, they banned online communities, they banned. I think they mentioned that they don't want people doing cross-round boosting. So the idea is to keep the gold onto those servers, I think. And I think to prevent RMG, it's a pretty complex. To be honest, the whole issue is actually quite complex. I talked with my GM about it, and like, there's so many different like angles to the whole thing that it's really difficult to tell exactly, like, you know, unless like all we have is Blizzard's like what they said about it, but they've been also pretty vague on like very, very specific details about the whole thing too. Oh, we're dead. I think it's a go again. I don't know what happened on the other end, but they're dead.
Do we
This
have
side
enough
is
people to
River
kill
Reno.
Tin Can, or do we have more people?
We are jumper offies.
Yeah, we're dead. We're done. That pool is a go again. I don't know what happened.
Legendary class.
Darwin, do you have any recommendation for beginner rogue guides? Beginner rogue guides.
I was running for the last arrow.
My channel? I got some guides on my channel
I shouldn't
that
have
go
ran
over
for
some of
the
the
last
basics of
arrow.
rogues. Like some of the guides that I put together for the next batch or the next batch.
I can,
Like, are you just looking like straight up like actual beginner, brand new
Yeah,
player,
that'd be
never
great.
played rogue before? Or do you mean like you've been playing the game for a while, you just want to, you know, get into the basics of rogue, start doing mythic pluses and stuff? And my guides generally go over like the methodology of rogues, like, especially the early ones in Shadowlands. They definitely go over like in more detail from like starter edition of like, this is what rogue is, this is how you play, this is the focus of the spec, things to watch out for, how to manage, you know, energy, common points, stuff like that. Or if you wanted to, like, actual beginner boosted rogue, so boosted just made the character. I'd say my guides will do a pretty decent job of it. I try to organize them from a perspective of, let's say, I don't try to like get into the verbiage too much, and try to explain it in a way where it's like, you don't need to have played rogue recently for more advanced stuff. It's more like, if you know you get the gist, you know what a rogue is, you know where, you know how to find Sinister Strike in your bars, right? You know where to find this spell. Okay, well, let me tell you how to use that spell, and how to start playing your rogue and raiding and mythic pluses, and the focus is, like, what the theory process, what the thought process, what you should be doing with the spec. Like subtlety, it's cooldown based. What cooldowns are you looking for? This is the things you want to line up together every 30 seconds. Assassination, it's all about using those shiv windows. What is a shiv window? Let me go over into that. When to use vendetta, when to save cooldowns, when to use cooldowns, stuff like that. I try to make them as detailed as I can. And I'll probably do that for 9.2. How does that sound? When 9.2 comes out, I'll be doing my PvE guides, PvP guides. I'll try to be a bit more detailed in those when I can, okay? But if you want to check some of my earlier guides in Shadowlands, those should do pretty well too. Those should work pretty well. But if you want like just something you can read, I suggest maybe doing like Icy Veins. That's a decent guide to at least just get you started. There's an easy mode if you're like just learning rogue, right? If you're just learning, you're not really looking to get into like endgame content just yet. There's an easy mode that will give you like an idea of like what talents you can run until you get comfortable. They also talk about the theory and thought process of like the specs, what to focus on. And then just start playing the class. The first thing you should do is just start playing the class as soon as you can. That's probably the best way to learn it. The faster you start playing, the faster you can start learning. Or, honestly, a good way to learn a class I've noticed from just my personal tests and try and stuff leveling a class. I know you just boosted a rogue, but like if you level a rogue, you'll get your abilities one by one. You'll get them kind of spoon-fed to you, and you'll be able to learn how these abilities work, learn what works, what doesn't, what gives you more damage, what doesn't, learn the passives as you go, and overall you'll get a better idea for what the spec is base toolkit. And then once you get into like what the Shadowlands portion of the game, that's where you can get a bit more complexity of like how covenants affect each other, how legendaries affect each other, what kind of focus that creates, all those things. I don't start with some of my earlier Shadowlands guides. Oh, I'm so dead. Unless... Ah, we're out of there. And we're out of here. Oh, God. Guys, this is Boss. How you doing? What's up, Joe? How you doing, my man? We slammed out Kel'Thuzad. We slammed out Fate Scribe. And now we're in Sylvanas. You know what I mean? Might be a short stream today. If this is what we're doing. Probably won't spend too much on Sylvanas. Excited for 9-2. At this point, I'm ready for the next new tier. Why is this one kind of all by itself? One lone arrow. Nice. Your GM is pumping.
So this big
yeah.
lines on the ground were
Yeah, he
supposed
pops
to
off.
dodge, right?
I think he's playing BM. Yeah, he's playing BM right now. Yeah, he pops off his BM sometimes. Wild, what is it? Wild Spirits. The Lego is really good right now.
No moons.
Roll.
Thanks for messing up.
There's definitely knows who's doing it. Finding a reasonable way to address the problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty big move though to ban boosting communities because first of all, for the first time in a long while, Illidan trade chat is readable. It's no longer just like rows and rows and rows of spam. Now it's actually readable and people are having like their same discussions they always had, you know? It's just like it's like the good old Barons is back. Okay, I am just taking stacks and stacks and stacks. Stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks, bro. Like, what am I doing? Stacking up the debuff.
That's like in the back. I couldn't hit that.
We're okay. We're alive. We're alive. That's the most important part.
Spread the stacks.
Please kill him. Nice. Are we missing somebody on this sand? Or what?
Good recovery.
Oh my god.
Please help me with kicks. Like I walked in to hit that and it was still out of my range.
I'm just keep getting dotted, man. What am I doing? Just eating toenails. Roller coaster for real. This is a roller coaster, and I'm the conductor. I'm the guy behind the. I'm the guy that's selling the tickets, bro. Oh, I still ate one. Why do I keep doing this to myself? I ate two! It's okay, we'll just cloak that one. It's getting embarrassing. At least we got cloak.
Stack, stack. Move, move.
Ah, all of us got hit. Somebody move a little early? Yeah, we're just dead on this end.
Way aboard. Way in the back.
Yeah, we're dead. It was stacking, then we were moving, and I think maybe somebody started moving early and then spawned the puddle ahead of us. So by the time we were trying to get out, couldn't. Would you recommend a Warlock or Paladin or Death Knight? All three of them were good.
Yeah, what happened there?
Streams are gonna give me in trouble. It's 4 a.m. here and I can't stop watching. Yes, Shamboli. How do you feel like? How do you think you're gonna handle when the raiding tier is out? When the new raid is out? This is the old raid.
Yeah, combine.
How do you think it's gonna be when the new raid is out?
Yeah, people are definitely cheating ahead there, and they got baited on them.
One person cheating ahead and one person lagging behind. Got it. So there was nowhere to go. We had a roar there. Probably still could have got it.
Between Warlock, Paladin, and Death Knight, though, I like the Death Knight tier sets. Frost is looking strong, and so is Unholy. Blood DK, I'm hoping it will allow them more damage. I feel like that tier set is great for survivability, but hopefully it'll provide them more damage output as well. With so many tanks getting good tier sets for Dammy, they're nuts. So Death Knight, I have a lot of hope for. Paladins are awesome. Holy Priest, Holy Pally did get nerfed by quite a bit. I mean, it looks like they just keep beating up your boy Holy on damage. Like, they keep nerfing the damage over and over. But I still think they're going to be really good. The tier set with cooldown reduction on wings, it's going to be massive. It's going to be very, very valuable. Red, that might need a bit of tuning, but we'll see. Prod looks really good. For Warlocks, I love the tier sets, except for Affliction. Had a lot of hopes for Affliction, but I'm not sure how I feel about it anymore. Like, it's not a bad tier set, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it has a weird way to... I don't know how well it'll fit into PvP combat. If it maybe had a proc chance off of like abilities like Drain Soul, then I think it could be really valuable, because no Warlock is gonna cast, you know, Shadow Bolt in PvP. That ain't happening, dog. They're gonna be dotting, and the only thing they're casting is Fears. And maybe UA, that's about it. Then Shadow Bolting. Like, maybe you might have to start Shadow Bolting, but nobody really wants to. So we'll see. Like, maybe they might even play the tier set in PvP then. Destro is really fun. Demo also looks really, really good. Like, overall, Warlock tier sets as a class look really, really good. There's a lot of potential. It just depends on tuning. And maybe with Affliction, they could adjust them for PvP. Otherwise, it's not a bad tier set. It makes my life capture a little bit stronger, which is good for single target. I was hoping it'd be better for AoE, but it looks like Seed Pod or Seed stacking playstyle is still going to dominate Mythic Plus, which is fine. It's like really effective. It's just their single target was lacking, and I guess the tier set fixes that. Destro and Demonology are the two I'm really, really excited for. Really, really excited for. Especially Destro with the AoE damage it can do. Rain of Fire all day. It's so fun.
Hero.
I don't think that's how this thing is gonna stay, but it's really incredibly fun. Oh my god, I can actually play. Oh, I got all my chains. Let's go.
What find me?
So Druid streaming currently. Yeah, the procs are good. I am surprised how good it was. I don't play a lot of Boomy, and I was like, oh, Pulsar seems kind of fun, but I never actually played it. I never actually played that legendary because I'm so used to playing like the Covenant specific Legos. You know, Boomies play Nightfade, they play Kyrian, they play Venthyr. They don't really need to play any of the Covenant specific ones. And then I played Pulsar. Oh my god, well that's your set? Oh, it's so fun. God, it's so good. I loved it. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it way too much. Way too much. So good. Nice. Nobody die. We do clean P2 and then clean P3. Another cloak that time. Is Survival still good with bug changes after nerf? Yeah, a lot of people are playing them. From what unless the tier set is not nerfed, unless the tier set is still bugged, I've seen a lot of people play it on PTR. A lot of people play it.
Can we stop fucking dying to stupid mechanics?
He's happy.
True.
Haven't seen much chatter about Havoc Demon Hunter. I think they're gonna be really good. You should have seen my video on some of these stronger builds out there. And you got like a perma meta, perma sinful brand build
Hey, Skipper.
for Demon Hunter that looks really, really good.
What's going on?
This will be hello, hello, chicken wings and destruction. Yeah, I feel ya.
The old blood pull, huh? Shame of another ride.
Kinda weird.
Did I get hit by Riot?
Yeah.
DC, that was in between the two lines.
You got hit by Rive and Memnar literally put a load in his pants.
The likely story.
Lamps make light.
Target you.
Alright, I'm back.
Watch your step.
We got really good procs. Let's go. What we needed.
Go Demon Hunters, go!
Go Demon Hunters, go! Interrupt the boss! Fly over there, fly! What the? Oh, we missed it. That's why.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were saying.
Let's check on Feral. Really fun. Really, really fun. I hope the cheer set will get buffed though. It's gotten nerfed recently on multiple fronts.
Yeah. That was actually me DCing. I'm not like,
Sure.
Yes.
What would you say to a recent officer pro tips? What would you say to a recent officer pro tips? Figure out something you're really good at in terms of WoW, whether it's logs, whether it is I don't know, making guides, whether it is like maintaining melee or any kind of like any.
Yeah, I was in the same spot.
Figure out what you're good at and find a way to utilize what you're good at when it comes to the game, whether it's the analytics side or gameplay side or coordination side, whatever you're good at, and try to find a way to include whatever you're good at as your role as an officer. Unless you have like a specific role, what you want to do as an officer in the guild, figure out a role that you're good at and try to use that to be helpful to your guild. Like for example, I do a lot of research, video stuff. I have a lot of content I put up for like guides and stuff. So I usually I'm trying to kind of be like, I guess, the library of like knowledge of when it comes to the next patch and updates and whatever. Try to play like off meta specs and classes. So I'm always like on the lookout for like anything that's meme worthy. So in terms of like with me being able to play a bunch of classes, I more or less can keep up with what everybody's going to be playing, what looks good, what looks promising, and try to bring in wildcard ideas into like progression of what could be good, what could be meta, what could be crazy. Because a lot of people just play meta. Like they'll look up a guide, see what sims the best, they'll play that, and just won't even bother. So I feel like sometimes having that perspective helps. Just find something you're really good at, whether it's an organization skill or analytical skill, and try to find a way to bring that on board to make it easier for your GM. It's whatever you're good at. Like Strick, for example, he does a really good job analytically or like comparing
Hit you with time
logs.
delayed answers.
Logs for like different classes. He'll look at like, okay, so what class do you play? Okay, you play a warlock. Let's see how other warlocks are performing, and I'll find discrepancies of like timings, gameplay, mistakes, stuff like that. So when it comes to like reviewing trials, he's really good for that. He'll go over like the logs and performance. Someone who's really good at, has that like IRL skill for it, has that natural eye for it. Memnock, on the other hand, he doesn't really have the same analytical eye, but he ends up kind of like his personality and demeanor. He ends up being kind of like the guild mom, and it's almost like if Yuri is not around, he's like the secondary authority figure. And also plays a ton of tanks, so he'll always have like a tank that's prep. And he really takes like tanking and talking about fights in that regard super seriously. So whoever's tanking, whether it's one person or another, like he always has tanking covered. I guess you don't really need too many people covering the role of tanking. But there are some fights when you like super tanks. So that's what he's good at. Gotta be some examples of, like of our guild. because Euro basically does everything. Like he's the GM, so he feels like he has to be the Swiss Army knife, and whatever pressure we can take off of his shoulders helps him in big and small ways. So just find something you're good at, because it's really difficult. It's a lot more difficult, like if you're a brand new officer to a guild, to become good at something, right? Man, I want to be helpful and I want to help analyze logs. Well, you got to take time to figure out how to analyze logs properly, find discrepancies between performances, figure out develop good skills in comparison. That takes time. The best thing you can do right now is just take what you're naturally good at and try to find ways to use that skill applicably in progression. That's about all I can think of. Thanks for tips, no problem. Hey, always here to help. Whatever questions you guys got, I'm always here to answer whatever I can.
Orange world marker.
Sylvanas. Okay. So it would have those shadows a little close to you. If you're too close when they swing, like when they shoot Rive, it'll just kill you. Like there's a bit of like a dead kill zone. I think it's a line, and I think that line goes all the way through them. So it's just like, which way are they gonna shoot? I don't want to just get yopped like Shamwar did. Also finding a way to mesh with others? Yeah.
Phase 2.
But whatever like roles you can take off of your GM's shoulders, whoever's leading, whatever you're good at, just being good at that is usually more than enough. Unless you're like in a very, very strict guild with very, very specific like rules and jobs and all that, you know what I mean? As long as you're doing your very best and you're looking to improve the performance of everybody else, then you're doing a good job. Did I not potion on Sylvanas?
Watch your step.
I don't know if I did or didn't. I gotta get Slice and Dice up and running. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, he's gotta die. Please? Ah. Okay, he's gotta die too. All these other things get cleaved. I have no clue what to play 9-2. What class are you interested in? I might be able to give you some advice. Give you an idea of what looks good, what seems fun. Do you have anything specifically you're looking for, or any playstyle that you're mildly interested in? Any archetype of a class you usually play in other games? Like usually like the stealthy kind, the sneaky kind, or like usually some form of a magey caster guy? Like we can start from scratch.
I like Cat 18.
How's that looking on too? Awesome. I like the tier set. I like the Covenant availabilities. You might be able to play Sepsis as a Night Fae. It looks really good. I like the legendaries as well. Tier set looks really good too. It's very fast paced. Really, really good. Huge fan. Massive fan. Oh god. Ah, okay, with Cloak. Maybe a little early, but we're doing it anyway.
Stack tight, please.
Watch your step.
Roar.
Okay, that'll work. Not perfect, but it worked. Nice. Yeah, get over the thrall. Just let Bulwer do it. He's already over there. His Bulwer is just charging on her. He's gonna interrupt. How do I avoid those? How How do I avoid those? I feel like I was a little close. I was playing a Frost Mage, but I'm bored looking for a melee or healing. Melee and healing. Oh, Windwalker, what about that? Mysteries are really fun, and Windwalkers are really strong too. Really consider Windwalker. They're really, really good right now. Might like them. And if you're looking to melee heal, if you're fine with melee healing, Mystery is a really fun healer. It's not considered like usually like, you know, as good as like a Holy Paladin as a healer, but it's incredibly fun. I feel like too many people pass over it just because it doesn't get as good of a rep or doesn't get as recommended as by as many people. But it's so fun. But it's so good too. Like, it's a really solid healer. Very, very strong healer. There's a more natural cause of analyzing for years. Yeah, there we go. So if you're good at analyzation, you use those skills, you know? Use the natural skills you're given. Natural skills you learned IRL. That's what a lot of the other dudes do. Like organization skills, that's useful for raid. Really useful. Oh, it has a lot of stacks. That's a lot of stacks still. Pasta. Pasta's gonna hurt. Pasta better use something. Pasta's dead. Ah! Not your death.
Don't get lazy. Go to your spots.
I'm in the middle, right? I'm starting to question if I'm in the middle spot or not. Oh, come on. I think that ended up killing us. Yeah, I think I did it wrong. Okay, we're dead. That's my fault.
So
that's my arrow.
Third platform, third arrow wanted to be on the second.
Was that a second arrow or was that a third arrow? Me. Man, was I third arrow or second arrow?
You were third arrow.
Third arrow, okay. Yeah, if I was second arrow, then I need to go to the further platform. Third arrow, I think I did more or less. Zox was like, yo, what happened at the end there? Because we were running together and with a veil and we split at the end. Yeah, if you're looking for a mage, other melee classes that can heal too. I guess Paladin, you might enjoy him in PvP. He was third? Okay. Yeah, so as third, I think I just jumper and I jump back. So I think I did it right. So I was trying to look like if I'm second or third. It looked like I was third, but then I was just want to make sure. Because if I'm second, then I gotta go and go far. Your DBM showed, I think. I mean, if they say I'm third too. I thought I saw third in DBM, but I kind of like split second, looked at it for just a second, then looked away, and then just made a decision in my head. And then I guess after we wiped, I was like second guessing myself, like maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Is Memnarch no longer Kyrian, by the way? Is it Night Fae? Memnarch is Night Fae. Why Night Fae? Just trying to bear Night Fae? Maybe he's trying to get a renown for it. Yeah, we've been Druid, but prepared for about 4 full hot bars to learn. Yeah, that's another one. And I really like Druids, especially if you want to play like super hybridy. That could be really, really fun. Actually, Druid! Wait, that's a perfect... Hey, wait, Frosty! How about Druid? You got Resto, you got Boomy, you got a Guardian, you got Feral. Hopefully Feral tier 6 gets bucked, but you know, at least PvP is really, still really good. So you got options, you got choices. By the way, if you boys are enjoying the stream, if you're having a good time hanging out in the chat, give the stream a thumbs up, I would very much appreciate it. If you guys are regular and you're catching the streams on you often, you might as well subscribe as well and hit the bell if you're watching streams anyway. And join our Discord if you're a regular. I was hanging out there all the time. I'm a Feral main for a long time, but I don't want another patch of getting kicked out of goods because of Feral. I thought reroll rogues back 8 tips. For rogues, You could. Rogues are looking pretty good in 9.2. I would at least keep a Feral on the sideline because their tiers look so good at the beginning of patch 9.2. My guy, you guys had an awesome tier set. It's getting nerfed a little, but maybe it'll still be value. It might still be huge value in the next patch. And Blizzard said they might just end up buffing it if they feel like after the initial nerfs to a lot of the bugs that they're trying to fix with it, which there was a lot of bugs that caused it to overperform but also underperform at the same time, which makes no sense. Like, how is it overperforming but underperforming? Certain parts of its damage, like aspects and passives, were working properly, while others weren't. So, certain parts that were not functioning was actually causing you to do less damage than you're supposed to. And then other aspects were overperforming, like you were double dipping into certain buffs. It's like Target Sphere buff, the damage you do, it was double dipping and sometimes even triple dipping into that. Because it's an active bleed for Berserk, but also it's an extra effect.
That was almost bad. My bad, I guess.
Created for like an awkward situation. I still hope that they buff Feral and make him like at least kind of decent for Mythic Plus, because they were going to be giga. They were going to be so good.
No, probably the game for whatever reason make me click on the gate.
Bros, last DPS get fixed. Well, no, their tier set started off really well, and they had some iterations back and forth. They've solved the bugs with them. Now it's time to buff their damage a little bit. But again, they mentioned like if they're gonna monitor Feral and if they feel like it's underperforming, they're gonna buff the tier set back up, which I think is a good thing. That at least they are communicating that they are looking to like they want Feral to be strong. They want it to be like not a strong spec. They see that people are excited and are craving to be able to have a playable Feral that's good for Mythic Pluses and stuff. So I don't know, because of like the back and forth communication that we had at 9.2, I feel pretty good about Feral's chances of being good. Oh god, I'm just standing in swirls. That's your death? That is your death! No, I'm dead. Next, like, ability that actually smacks me, I'm just dead. If I have to do arrows, I'm actually just dead. I guess I'm staying here. We got one guy down, so we're okay. If they address it, yeah, because yeah, I agree with you too. There's so many classes that bring in utility Mythic Pluses, but then you have other classes that just bring damage. And the Feral's at least brought big damage in. Just if you go for big AoE trash pulls, then it's like, you know what? Even though Feral might not be like good for all parts of Mythic Plus, at least their damage is excellent, and I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, if they just brought in some crazy good damn, that's not the worst of things. I really love Feral, don't get me wrong. That I'm frustrated to get kicked that often? Yeah. I feel ya.
What flavor?
I feel ya.
You're supposed to do that.
But in the early patch 9.2, it looked fairly good. Yeah. Hit you with a dad joke. No, for real, they were pretty good. I'm still holding out hope. So holding out that hopium that Ferals will be good, or at least be kind of decent. Like, they don't need to be like excellent or top tier or anything, just need to be kind of decent. That's all I want them to be, man.
Kill the summoner, please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel like if you have a guild that you do keys with in pre-mades, like a pre-made M+, I don't think anyone would kick you from playing Feral with the next tier set. I feel like Pugs is a whole nother story, because Pugs are Pugs. Right? Sometimes Pugs will just be like, oh, this class is meta, so I only want that class. Even though there might be plenty of other classes that are just as viable to get their 10s and 15s done.
Uh-oh.
Even Hunter down?
you eat toenails?
You fell it. Oh my god.
Feral have a diehard community? Yeah. Like in a small group of people? Yeah. Dude, ferals are pretty fun.
I guess you forgot to.
Feral players are really passionate about being able to play their cats. Ow. Sorry about that. Wait, is that Taz? I almost killed him! Bro, is that actually Taz that was dead? I could have just ended that man's career. Completely. Okay. These toenails are toxic. I dodged them? Huh? You telling me I just dodged some toenails, bro? What?
Roar.
Ah! Sorry.
I know. Just 8 seconds.
I saw somebody move and I was like, ugh, run.
Please. Thank you. Kill Soul Judge.
Big damn Soul Judge.
Thank you.
Just let Bulwer do it. Just let Bulwer take the hit, you know? Just let Bulwer do it. Oh. Music? Hey, music back.
Watch your step.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which way? Spread.
Can you get a mark for death on Az that'll be dead? Die? Yeah. Az that are dead? Yeah, mark for death. Oh, come on. Almost got my mark for death off, too. Ah, I could have pistol shot her. Frosty was a funny, busy realm. It could be, yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna catch up with that. Don't get me wrong, unfortunately, to get kicked off. And yeah, I feel ya. Yeah, hoping for the best for the feral druids. If Blizzard just gave him like some kind of utility similar to Boomy and very, very similar damage profile, I don't think it would have been like that big a deal. But because they're so different, they wanted for classes to have like specs to have a little bit of uniqueness to some degree. Like given Feral's no Incarn, but given Boomy's Incarn. You know, trees too. Like if Feral's could do trees and have Incarn, I don't think anyone would cared.
Well, you have a stack Zox.
Okay, I don't find a guild, just need one solo player, just get boring fucking keys. You just gotta put yourself out there and put in some applications. You got resources like WoW logs, for example, where you can find guilds through that. You got resources such as Raider.io is now going to be doing like a way for guilds to be able to list that they're recruiting. So putting in some apps into like guilds that have themselves listed on your server might not be a bad idea. Because you can search them based on server. Like, even if you wanted to, like, I mean, doing 15s, like, it's not a super difficult task either. Getting yourself into, like, a casual guild that does heroics and maybe a couple of bosses of Mythic will at least get you in a community of like-minded individuals that are looking to progress and looking to improve. That's all that you really need out of a guild, is a community that you like, people to hang out with, that you can vibe with, players that are also looking to improve on their classes, and you guys are looking to improve together. You know, you gotta start somewhere. Don't set expectations like, oh, you know, I'm gonna jump into like a 10 out of 10 Mythic guild and really work hard at it. Start small, start with a casual guild that does heroic and win a Mythic. That'll at least get you a door into some of the stuff you can do. I'm playing with friends and playing with new people, playing with guildies that can become friends. That can be fun by itself. It's one of the best advice people have been given out as of recently is just when it comes to WoW, if you're new, make friends. Join guilds, try stuff, you know? You join a guild and have a Discord, join the Discord, see what they're up to. Say hello.
What's coming up?
See what they're doing stuff and be like, yo, you guys doing a key? Yo, can I join in? Let me pop in. Oh, lusting.
Need in the Soka 3. Super Orc dash down.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take rightmost soak and just cloak it.
Soaks.
Watch your step.
Where's she? Nice.
Run out.
So I'm second. Ah, Euro. Wait, no! I fucked up. I thought it.
Uh-oh. I'm in the drawer.
Oh. Dispel Del, if you can.
Anti-Fury coming.
Dispel.
Dispel Del.
Watch your feet, watch your feet.
Dispel me. What happened?
Damn.
What are these dispels?
So I hit revival.
Revival? Does that actually dispel you? It probably would, right?
What was the second dispel?
Oh, I was trying to mass and I was trying to get away from the...
I thought for some reason I thought my arrow was 2 instead of 3.
I was trying to get away from the tanks, but I guess...
So I don't know why I ran as early as I did. So that did get everybody low. That's my fault. I don't know why I struggle with that. I looked. So the first time I looked at the arrow, I was 3 and I thought it was okay. So this time I looked at the arrow, I thought it was 2 for some reason. I have no idea. Big thing is expectations though. If it's casual, realize intent, etc. Yeah. But at least, hey, it's not a bad idea to like start small and start in like a progression, right? I think it's going to be very, very difficult to just be able to jump into a guild as their, mythic prog immediately, 10 out of 10. Because you don't have that experience, you don't have that repertoire, you didn't build up to that. And it's a building process. But this is why I think it's totally worth taking the time and investing into getting into a guild, investing into putting out apps, investing into finding a place that's good for you. So once you get in a guild that's like serious, even if they're casual, they could be serious, they could be an interview, you chat with them, you tell them what you want to do in the game, there's an interview, you can ask them questions, they ask you questions. It's totally worth. Adele, carry me along when I get ATC at least before 9.91, no problem. For ATC? Why would you, so I guess they would want ATC maybe to get into like other groups in the next raid for ATC, right? But I don't know. This AOTC, they should have had a mount attached to it. That would have been awesome. There's a mythic mount, but like there should have been an AOTC heroic mount too. Revival does dispel. Revival does? Okay. Yeah, because Revival is like a mass dispel. Yeah, I never thought about it. Is invest time in the guild, they always fall apart or quit for some reason, and then there I am again, alone. Only one logging on. That can happen sometimes for sure. I've been in the guilds that have fallen apart, but this is where you don't give up. So originally, when the reason I was even able to join, so originally I played with a guild that was really casual over during Legion, and over time, I think it's through channel, I made some friends. I started talking to this guy named Sav, and Sav, he was a rogue, he played sub, and he played with a bunch of homies that were doing some mythic progression and mythic pluses, and he got me into mythic plus. I never really did mythic pluses. He got his friend Zillion, and we got or Young, we call him Young too. Let's call him Young because Zillion OP is like was a streamer. But him and Young, they both got me into M+. We did our first 15. I was like, wait, 15s are really easy. Previously I struggled in 11, but I never really did a lot of mythic pluses because then I was in a guild where didn't really push or couldn't do 15s in a regular. So I started running with them, doing mythic pluses, had a lot of fun. And they're like, why are you in your guild on on Illidan? Join us on Dalaran. We have a guild. I was like, all right, maybe. And I was just decided to move over and over. And I joined their guild, and I hung out with them. And then as we were playing together, we're doing keys, we're doing some raid progression, that guild starts to fall apart. But then through Young, I was able to get in this guild rhythm because they were looking for a +1. They were doing progression, and he put in a good word for me. Like we were friends at the time. He put in a good word. He was like, yo, I know this rogue guy, he's still playing. And we're like, all right, let's get him, try him out for, what is it, Argus. They were on Argus for Legion. That was my first time getting CE. So there I was, trying to do Argus, got my weak Argus, learning the fights, picked that up fairly quickly. And then we killed Argus, and I was there with them with leapfrog. And then we went to BFA. Rhythm, the raiding team fell apart. Our raiding team broke away from the guild Rhythm, and then we became just a band of dudes that raided together. And we named ourselves, I think at first it was Gahoon Platoon, since we were doing Gahoon. We sang Gahoon, then we were doing Jaina. We named ourselves to, we were gonna call ourselves Jaina's Jugs. It was like themed, it was supposed to be funny, but Jugs couldn't work. So then we named ourselves Proudmore's Privates. Same thing, but like, it doesn't matter, make a difference. It was hilarious. And, dude, some of these names, man, we had. There was only two though. After Proudmore's Privates, that's where it fell apart. People started getting kind of bored of BFA, and then before Jaina Prague, somebody bowed out, and then one person bowed out because they were gonna play with friends or play with whatever. Then another person quit. Then everybody else quit. They were like, all right, well, rebuilding the raid team is not gonna be enough. I don't want to do it. GM was having a kid for the first time, you know, so he already had IRL going on. So that fell apart. And then I started putting in apps. There, I didn't have any opportunity to go for like a friends of friends kind of deal, because a lot of the friends that I played with, like all of them are done. So I started putting apps, but based on the experience that I've had, based on my logs, based on my progression in a couple of different raids and being, you know, connected with the guild for a long while, that builds your repertoire. It builds you like a resume, because everybody sees your progression. Everybody sees how well you did, how well you parsed. So I started putting in apps, and I started getting a lot of messages back. People, yo, we're looking for a rogue. You know, we're looking for next year. You got a spot? You want to do an interview? So I was in an interview with one guild, then the next, then the next, then the next. And I was just talking to people. That's what it really came down to. It's just doing interviews, and I talked to Euro, the GM of this guild, and I liked the cut of his jib, and I've been raiding with him since. And if, let's say this guild were to fall apart, but this guild has been around since TBC, so these guys, if they've been around this long, they ain't gonna, nothing's gonna happen here. They're gonna be around forever until the game servers are offline. But if, let's say, this guild fell apart, I have a guy named Carl, I have friends with Fate, I have made friends with this guild, and, you know, word of mouth. And if there is an opportunity, like if, let's say, this place, if, let's say, the guild falls apart, I could use the friendships and the relationships that I built up in order to move on to another guild, to find a different place. And that's what it really comes down to with finding a guild, is getting your foot through the door, getting to know the people, and then from there, it really becomes like looking for a job. You know, word of mouth. People want to work with other people they like. People want to raid with other people they like. It doesn't even matter at that point, like, how good you are at the game, really.
My brain reads it, and my fingers are just like,
it's a difficult job getting your foot through the door the first time, but once you do it, once you take the time to invest into finding that foot through the door and finding that place, making some friends, making some, you know, getting some friends and getting some names under your belt, that's all it takes, really. It takes a while, though, right? It takes a long while. John Plus, John Pugs, keep it right. Yeah, if there's some people you like, that's another good advice from Prelude. Add them on Reality. Be like, yo, I like playing with you. Yo, you want to push some keys together? Yo, let me add you on Reality. Start playing with them. Pop in a Discord with them. Try pushing with them, you know? If they know somebody, get them in, and now you have a Mythic Plus group. And now you have people that are part of the guilds, and you're like, yo, after playing for a while, be like, yo, you guys got a guild that's progging? And I'm like, yeah, you know, we got an opening right now. And hey, put in a good word for you. Like, you have to take the time to, like, invest into looking for a group, invest into looking for people, and that means, like, being social. I know that everybody memes on WoW for, like, longest while. They mean, like, oh, it's just the game. It's like, you know, you pop in LFG, LFR, all that. Just get in people, don't talk to each other, and then do the content and get out. But, like, if you really want a guild, if you really want a community, you do have to socialize. Like, it's been on some classic. We're an odd breed, yeah. I think those are the places to be in, like, because to me, it didn't matter. Like, even if I played the game casually and if I didn't do mythic progression, having a guild that's like consistent, that I could do stuff with, players that I could play with, I think that's awesome. Because now, we were raiding for all 9-1. We got decent ranking. We want to do better in 9-2. During the off time, we all start playing other games together. We hang out together pretty regularly, you know, all that. And there's a community, you know? I wish I was still in a vanilla guild just to meet up with IRL and everything. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, sometimes stuff like that happens, though, you know what I mean? Stuff like that happens. and plans fall through, but there's always opportunity. Like maybe if you don't find that in retail, you could always maybe try it in TBC as well. You know, I feel like with the new expansion, it's an opportunity where a lot of people are coming back, a lot of people making guilds, all that stuff, and also Wrath. Yo, Wrath Classic. It's gonna be a whole another story. Get it annually? Let's go. That's awesome.
Alright, call them down the back.
My guild is a classic guild and they're cutting edge clearing content since classic for 17 years. Yeah, I mean mine is the current guild I'm in. They've been around since TBC. I wish I was there since TBC, but like I didn't even play TBC. I don't think I started playing until like Kata. But then again, I also didn't even live in the same country as everybody else, bro. I lived in Russia. We barely knew what an Xbox was, dude. When I moved here to the States, I didn't even know what an Xbox was. I didn't know what Halo was. You know? So, best time to resub for 9-2? Yeah, right now will be a pretty good time, Charismatic. Or if you want to wait until like Tuesday reset to resub, to catch up before the new raid, before the new content, you could do that as well. I started Kata, yo! Prelude, what the?
Right.
Are you like a long lost twin of mine or something, bro? What's going on here? What the? I'm also starting Kata, dude. Kata babies in here. The Kata babies, man. We just missed Wrath. What is going on? How do we get so unlucky to just miss Wrath? Everybody says Wrath was so good. We just missed it. Yo, Wrath Classic. Who's excited for that now? Now we've been talking about it. Now I want to play Wrath Classic, bro. Oh, there's actually something I saw on Mr. GM's Twitter. There's something about there's like a WoW Dev 3 somewhere in the game files. And that might be them working on Classic Wrath. Because what? TBC is like on its last leg, I think? Not in like a bad way, but like what? Burn Crusade's Black Temple, and I think there's Sunwell afterwards, and that's it. So then Wrath will be announced, I believe. Right? Or am I wrong on that? Am I right or am I wrong? I think I'm cursed. Expansions is rather just gonna go in and everyone quit. Hey man, it happens sometimes, right? It happens. I don't think it's you. I mean, maybe, right? I would check your house, make sure you don't got like a voodoo doll somewhere in the corner or something. Maybe like under the drawers or whatever. Check your pockets. Maybe there's like a black cat in your neighborhood or something. Maybe your house is like under like a massive ladder. You know what? Maybe you got like a bunch of broken mirrors in the house. I don't know. Think of all the bad omens. You never know, right?
Watch your step. Run. 3, 2, 1. Special coming.
Oh god. Lived? Barely. It was a skull chasing cats? Fair enough.
Phase change.
Here we go. Oh, clean goal. Do 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 do. Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. They were running under a ladder thing was a joke. So now running back and forth. F me, bro. I'm not a superstitious kind of guy, but I ain't gonna mess with it, dude. I ain't gonna tempt it. I'm not superstitious. I don't believe it, but you ain't catching me under a ladder. No. I ain't superstitious though. I just don't want it. I just don't want to attempt it.
There's
a research for the guild too. Check the history, AOTC clears, etc. See if they're well established. Yeah,
Or
do
no,
some
I think
research.
that
Like when you get interviewed by a guild, if you do get an interview, ask them questions too. You know,
No,
not only are they interviewing you, but you're also interviewing them. That's how you know it's a good guild. Is when it's an interview process that goes both ways. Do your research on them as well. You know, they gotta be looking up you, but you also gotta look up them. See if you like them. Because if you're looking them up and you're like, you know what, actually find something I don't like, you don't gotta waste your time. Ah, fear. Oh, no fear? No fear. No fear. Also, parson? Parson? Are we parson here? Chat, are we parson? I think we're parson. Yeah, who the hell's parson? I don't know, dude. I was gonna say, that was the clutchest interrupt because she was about to pop off. Like, someone must have had a kick, right? Someone must have. Oh.
What the fuck? Oh.
Dead. Unfortunate. No fear, let's go. No fear, boys. No fear. Zero fear.
Spread.
I'm not afraid. I don't have grapple anymore, so I'm gonna need to actually dodge. Ooh. Yeah, this is gonna be yeah, I can't dodge. I can dodge to save my life.
2 seconds.
Super dead? I think we're okay though. Burn a potion? Probably should have done it way earlier. Cloaking, just in case. Nice. Super alive. Yo, somebody get a kick on her. Somebody get a kick. Nice. We're chilling, boys. Actually, just fine. Hopefully. I know we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I gotta stop like adding like a hopefully. We're like, what if? But maybe. Like if I'm feeling fine, I gotta stop doing that. Keep adding almost like an out. Oh god. He's an awkward spot. We scooch her a little bit further away. Potentially. Dodging. Dodgers. Runners. Hunter for the clutch interrupts. Was it Hunter? That might have been Hunter then. Yeah, that was really close. Or what that was God. Kill it! So I get more for death. Yeah. Okay. I grappled it and she froze me. Alright, Jaina. I see how it is. My current GF from OP did Mythic Guards with it? Really? That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't really do a lot of PvE back in MOP. I don't know, the garage though was a fight that, you know, people were in that tier for a long time.
This one, I'm Nick.
Spell strict.
So all worth boss of the expansion. But hey, you know what? Maybe the mechanics for the fight will be cool. Like lore-wise, we could agree, but we haven't seen what the fight is going to be like. So maybe like he'll be the coolest fight you've ever seen before, right? The coolest mechanics ever. Like how confused is everybody going to be? Like it's like, yeah, like lore-wise, I'm not a big fan of this guy, but like the fight slaps. I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping. We'll see. What should be the easiest boss you've ever done? That would be like the weirdest dynamic ever. The big bad, the mastermind, and they just get slapped by, which is a single one shot. 2 pulls and he's dead. That'd be insane.
Spell strict.
You're gonna be diving? Darkness in 24, so I have time. Alright, chat, we're pumping. Single target pumpers.
Get that stuff, who that is.
Watch your step.
Maybe I should have saved my cooldowns for after raise. Okay. I think we're gonna be lusting soon.
Less than 5.
Yeah, we're gonna have to use our cloak here in a bit, boys. Got AoE and then we got soak. Can I reach her from this angle? I can't. Unforge. But I can hit her here. We don't have arrows, so that's awesome. We can pump.
Someone's right, please.
Got backup, so.
The Vantage Fury into Death Knives and the Soak Set 4. We need a backup for Tassa's Soak.
This one, Monarch.
Spell strict.
Death Knives into Soak Set 4. Again, we need a backup. Corner.
Okay, we soaked it. Just gotta do 10% more.
New veil coming out.
Watch your step.
If they can move her back, we'll be fine. I got potions here as well. Yeah, if they can just drag her a little. Nice. A little bit of a drag, which is fine. Back over. Unless we make a horrible mistake, boys, we're chilling. Unless we make the worst mistake ever, we're chilling. Then make a mistake. 5% more. Yeah, she did. Yeah, we're a little sloppy this week. Definitely sloppy. I wonder if we'll come back to her next week. Or we take like a 2-week break before the tier. I guess getting like a Sylvanas dagger would not be the worst. We still do need one. Oh, speaking about Sylvanas dagger, am I an assassination? I am. Okay, let's get Wumbo, our boy, the dagger. This man's been trying for one for a while. Let's get him one. There we go. I want to say easy, but hell no. What the hell? Deathwing was difficult for a lot of people. It started early Wrath, late BC, but the new BC. Wrath was the glory days. Yeah, I wish I played in Wrath, man. I'm definitely playing Wrath Classic. Whenever Wrath Classic comes out, I'm doing it.
Yes, sir. There's one.
Alright, what do we get?
No shit, really?
No.
Aw, no dagger. Unfortunate. What else do we get? Desecrator, Wrist Wraps, Vengeance Reigns, Sunder Defender. Give Wumbo the dagger, Blizzard, please. Give this man a dagger, bro. He's been waiting for so long for one.
Fucking dagger or
I haven't looted yet.
I got a ring pod.
Oh, I think it's 4. I think it's 4 items.
Second ring.
Everybody looted.
I think it's all the items. I think there's 4 of them. Shoulders, no.
I'll see you guys in here next week.
Unfortunate. Imagine doing Mythic Sylvanas and get no loot. Well, it's not like we didn't get any loot, we just didn't get any useful loot because we have so much of it now. Shoulders, rings, all that stuff. It's just we're looking for what dagger, looking for that bow. That's all we've been looking for.
Eller, are you the only person that doesn't have the mount? Well, congrats, dude. That'll be 6.5 million gold.
It's gonna get the shoulders too.
So Blizzard apparently is going to be changing the mount acquisition from like holiday stuff. Hell yeah. Running the drop chances way too low. Imagine a Mythic. Yeah, what's up, Revan? Happy New Year, by the way. Always wondered how Deathwing, Boss, and Dragon Soul. Was it hard back then? So I never did the heroic, but I remember doing like normal. Back when there was only heroic, there was no Mythic. So you had the normal and the heroic. Normal was pretty difficult, but not super bad. Heroic I know was difficult. Because back at the time I was in a guild and we had a heroic team and a normal team. The heroic team said it was pretty tough. Definitely was tough. Curious if they're gonna change the let DK tank with all 3 specs like they originally could, or will it be the blood only change? Is it playing Lost Ark and Dal? I have not played Lost Ark at all. I haven't even downloaded it. I talked to Duth in the chat before, Duth. You see him in the chat. He's one of the members. He says I should try it, and I don't want to. I want to download it. I want to give it a try. I just haven't had the time. With 9.2 stuff, I haven't really had much time for other games. The only other game that I've given myself the time to even play was Conan, because there was a lot of raiding going on. We had to defend our base. But besides that, yeah, I still got to take time. Imagine killing someone 9 weeks in a row, no bow, no loot from her. I'm cursed. Yo, prelude. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, hopefully you guys. I guess at this point, like, I was gonna say, hopefully you guys get it next week, but like,
because we have
we're not gonna be raiding this in a while.
Yeah.
They gotta find a way to like, at least for the like the actual like. I feel like if you kill the fight on heroic or mythic, you should at least be able to get the transmog for the bow. At least if you don't have the actual bow, at least let people get the appearance. You know, take away someone from the boss because it's a legendary. It's a bow. Rosic, it was so OP, blood DPS. Yo, I think they're kind of cool. I think in Classic, they're probably going to try... It depends what patch they're going to go for it, right? Depends what patch they're going to do. But yeah.
Do as much as you can. I know it's not as grindy as 9.1.
Main sub is Outlaw. What a gamer. You did great with the kill. Thanks, him. Wait, beating? Well, no, I didn't beat him. It looks like I'm a little behind him. I think he's a little ahead of me. We're close though. I wonder how I did in like P3 compared to him, but we'll see.
It depends really. Like,
you'll enjoy Lost Ark for the way that the dungeons are currently shifting. Like you need to knock trees down to cross rivers, climb up or a cliff, or down cliffs and all sorts of fun stuff. Yeah, I've been kind of like just. What is it? I've been kind of just looking at like the Lost Ark from an open perspective. I've heard like, you know, heard good reviews, I've heard bad reviews, but I've been trying not to like absorb any of them. So I just kind of can have my own fresh perspective on the game and just kind of trying to be as open-minded as I can. Yeah, I'm just gonna let the experience be as is, you know. And I will say this, I've never really been great. I've never really been great with games that are like ARPG, kind of like Diablo 3 style, right? It's never really been my cup of coffee. So it is going to be like a bit of like something for me to get used to. And hell, I might be like, yo, the game is awesome. It's just like I'm just not personally like a big fan of like Diablo, like what's the word? Aerial view, camera kind of deal. We'll see. Again, trying to be open-minded, trying to be chill, but I just haven't had the time to even try it. I haven't even been able to download it. Good old Trial of Crusader, they need to do more fun in the mini raids like that. Yeah, I agree with that. They need to do more of them. They do. They were really cool.
Finishing touches on some of the extended trials here.
I was hard time starting the game in general, but I agree with you on this. Yeah, it's just. I feel like I don't know. I think this community has been really chill and whatever, and Like I haven't had anybody like, because I've heard some stories of people like giving certain streamers like a hard time, like why aren't you playing Lost Ark? You know, basically like oh, this guy isn't playing Lost Ark, he must not like something about the game. And it's like, it's just gotta, I guess maybe Twitter drama is Twitter drama, which doesn't mean Twitter drama is, you know, real drama all the time.
Good night, everyone.
But yeah, it's just been kind of like weird to see from a third perspective, like outside. My community has been really chill. Nobody's been giving me any hard time or nothing. So 2.5D games to call it. Okay, I didn't know that. That's why I don't take overall Warcraft logs but seriously. But usually in reality, when low tier is better as well. Bring to play another class. Yeah, definitely bring to play another class. That's also very important in WoW. In the end, like some of those classes are incredibly good, but like I would rather play with the player than the class. Let's lose the job next bag. But to be honest, we got our channel chat back. True. I'm actually surprised just with how many people are. What is it? How many more people are able to actually talk and trade chat? Like there's still people actually like trading and trying to sell stuff and trade. There's a lot more people just chatting with one another.
Might hit 1K today.
Like Pharaoh's isn't supposed to be a rank high DPS parts. It does. Yeah, it can. For bosses in particular, Pharaoh's is really, really good. Like Pharaoh's are incredibly good for single target. Like a lot of people don't expect them to be, but they're incredibly good at boss damage. Like look, top damage to the boss, Pharaoh. He did really well. He pumped. He piped Sylvanas the whole night, dude. He did really, really well. Absolute blasting it. You know? So you have, let's say, like, I don't know, Dead Raccoon, Mage, popping off, right? Not saying anything bad about Dead Raccoon. And it's like, so Sylvanas damage, Pharaoh is just way above. But I guess, it was, you know, a lot of this fight is single target. I guess what I was going to prove a point is like, you know, pick a fight like where there's a lot... Kiltonzad is another good one. There's a lot of ads in that fight. Ads need to die, but there's a lot of like a priority. There's a lot of pad that can happen, but that boss damage is where it's important. And Pharaoh's really, really good at that one. The community as well really wondered how you are one of the most famous streamers already, but I guess it takes time. I'm not really I'm not sitting here questioning or nothing. I'm just enjoying the time, having fun with it.
It seems a little flimsy.
Dal, do you think they might buff Feral again? I think they could, depending on how the tier set performs. Depends on how tier set performs.
Butter on the one heel has got me feeling weird, though. Like, I don't know, I'm like that. It's not buttery.
I can see him buffing it because it was really fun. And they mentioned themselves that they might buff it because they know a lot of people were excited about Feral Druids and Mythic Pluses. So they nerfed it, they monitor it, and they'll adjust it if they need to. We'll see. I think it'll come down to how strong... I think it'll come down to how strong...
Eating a sandwich with a fork and knife.
What am I trying to say? It depends how strong the tier set is once you have full mythic gear, right? Because with all the end game gear, how will the tier set scale? What's going to be the maximum damage? Is it going to be able to, with better gear, scale better? Because maybe they nerfed the tier set because they're expecting it for it to overscale with the end game gear. Like it's doing well now, but imagine that in end game mythic gear, it's going to be doing incredibly damn. So maybe they're nerfing it now, so then as you get better gear at the very end, you'll be in a good spot. Maybe that's the case. Do you think Red Pally will be a strong contender for patch in M+? I feel like Necro will be massive bomb. Hopefully. We tested out Red Pally over on the PTR, and they were kind of okay, but... yeah.
We're having this fucking conversation.
Anyway, I'm gonna go, boys. Thanks so much for coming by. Appreciate you. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the regular, yeah? You guys have a good one. And yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. Tomorrow I think we're doing PTR. I think it looks like they fixed a lot of the bugginess and lagginess of 9.2. So we might be able to like actually do keys without getting disconnected. So maybe we can bring Atha and maybe try out some of the classes that we haven't really got to play the tier sets for. Which I think is like, what, Brewmaster is the only one. I think that's like the only tank, only spec I haven't really played that much. But hey, we tried Boomy. That one ended up being really fun. So maybe we'll just try something else. Like, just let the chat decide. It's been a bit since we played Rogue, so maybe we'll just go and do some M+'s Rogue. Like sub with their tier set. It's really, really good. Conduits being gated behind hard content. So I saw that on PTR they actually removed that item. like the item that lets you get all your conduits unlocked once you do like some difficult content. I've heard it two ways. On one hand, it's like you don't necessarily need high item level conduits if you're not, like if you need those conduits if you push for hard content, but do you really need them if you're not? I don't know. I think players just want to feel like they completed their class, they maxed out everything, they are able to achieve end game gear and like able to finalize and finish their class. I never looked at conduits as like part of gearing process. I always thought conduits were like part of your class. They're kind of like glyphs in a way. I guess on one hand you can look at them as like a gem as part of your class in like a different system. I always looked at them like glyphs, and it felt like, well, my glyphs aren't finished. It's almost like if you had to rank up your talents, right? If you had to get higher item level talents before you could really use them, it would feel weird because it's like, it just feels like it's part of my class. You know, survival? Maybe. We'll see tomorrow what the chat says. But yeah, boys, thank you so much for coming by. Appreciate you. I'll see you guys in the next stream, okay? You guys have a good one. I'm actually gonna go get some sleep, get some work done. I'll see you guys next time. Alrighty, boys. Peace.